And welcome into the Morning Rush on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning. 3 days away, folks, your midway point of the week here on a Wednesday, which you know what that means. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday, where you'll be able to complain.
Think of Quantum Property Services, Inc. Give us a call at 479-434.
Maybe some people use that for their beef today.
You know, I couldn't figure that out because we were saying we thought they'd win 5 or 6, and we've been saying that for months.
Yeah.
And people thought we were being negative. I'm just trying to be real. You know, that's what I really think. I'm not going to lie to you. You're not going to lie to anybody. That's what we think. I don't know why all of a sudden yesterday, what word got twisted, what we said that was misperceived. I'm sure it was our fault, whatever happened.
Oh, of course it was, I'm sure.
Just like being at my house. It's my fault. I'm certain of that. But we weren't saying anything different yesterday, dude, than we've been saying forever.
No. And I don't think our predictions have changed.
No. And it wasn't like everybody was coming. We had 4 or 5 callers, and we had a few on text and Twitter. I think it just began to snowball a little bit. But
yes, so.
I didn't think we were being negative. I thought we were being real, and I think it's not being negative if you think they can win 5 or 6 this year, because I don't know what business world most people live in, but if you double your bottom line, if wins are the bottom line, I mean 4 would be doubling. So if they more than double that, that's pretty good direction that the program's headed in.
Yeah, you're trending up, and I think that's what's the most important. But I thought it was weird too, because listen, I thought that we were pretty complimentary. The fact that the quarterback situation's much better, wide receivers are much better, the offense is much better. I don't know.
We got rhino skin down here. We're not thin-skinned about it. We still love everybody, so it's all right.
Are we petty?
Oh, of course.
Okay, all
we're
right.
radio men. What do you think?
As long as we can still remain petty, that's really all I care about.
We got to have rhino skin down here. You know?
Yeah, got to have that. Got to have that, especially in this day and age.
Can't have rabbit ears.
Well, that's the problem, is that we have so many ways of communicating with us now, with our text line, our phone line, Cherokee Casino hotline. We got Twitter, we got Facebook, got our live stream.
We're not hiding from you people.
Yeah, so many ways that we're going to see, and we see it all. That's the thing, is we got a setup here in our studio to where no matter what form of communication you try to get with us after us with, we have it set up right in front of us, so we'll see it. I guess if email will take a little bit, which is funny because
email would be the slowest.
Yeah.
We don't even – I guess if you have mine or your email, which, by the way, if you want to email, and a few of you do, tommy.craft@hitthatline.com, john.neighbors@hitthatline.com.
We got real creative with our email.
You want to get a hold of Ty, it's younghippie@hitthatline.com.
That's a long one right there.
I know. The webmaster didn't like it at all.
Yeah, apparently not. But yes, you can email us too, and we will see it at some point.
At some point.
Yeah. May not be right off the bat.
Hey, there's a guy named Wally that listens every day, and he sends great emails. And we'll use part of them on the air from time to time. I've sent some of them to you.
You have?
Well thought out. He spends a lot of time. We get a few of these from some of you guys out there. Write us novels.
Mm-hmm.
Novels. Usually the longer ones are the ones complaining about one of us.
Yeah, and I always get a little uneasy when the email starts, I hope this day serves you well. Because that usually means whatever comes after that is going to be a backhanded criticism of some sort. It sounds really professional, but it's like, no, you're actually saying really mean things. But we can handle rhino skin and all that.
That's right. Rhino skin down here.
Yeah, rhino skin. And here's the thing, folks, the season hasn't even started yet. So why are we even to this level yet? Why are we at this point to where we're having to say we have rhino skin? Because we haven't even gotten to the point where games have been played.
Just keep listening.
That's right.
Do you agree or that's the beautiful thing about this show. We don't have to yell at each other. We just, I'm talking about me and you. I like yelling at you.
Yeah.
But, just have a nice little conversation, and no one's going to be mad at anybody around here.
That's right. We're very civil. It's very civil here on the Morning Rush. Now, if you come in and you call in or text in or anything and want to talk about the great stadium debate or Arkansas versus Arkansas State, I might yell at you. I might get mad.
Hey, speaking of stadiums.
Yes.
Yesterday afternoon, I was listening to Halftime with Ty and Phil. Nikki was on and kind of gave some tease of some news that was going to come out in the middle of the afternoon, and she was dead on. And they researched and found that, hey, this situation with Arkansas and Missouri going to play next season at Arrowhead.
That's right.
Now, how cool is this? So next year, not this season, next season, Arkansas is going to play a game in 2 different NFL stadiums. And instead of going all the way to Columbia, Arkansas fans, particularly those listening on 99.5 in Northwest Arkansas, even shorter. Which one's closer? Kansas City? You lived there all your life. Which one's closer? Kansas City or Little Rock? Which one takes longer to get to?
Little Rock's closer, but not much closer.
Not much. I'm going to say,
It's about, I think it's like a 2.5 hour drive to Little Rock, and it's
got
about
to be longer than 2. I mean,
if
you're getting it in, it takes me 2 from here.
Yeah, I know, but look how far, like, if you think
you're
about how far.
You're getting it in 2 from Fayetteville.
You asked me the question, and I'm trying to answer.
Well,
this is how
fast were you driving?
Yeah, but you have to be driving 90 to get it in 2 hours.
I've never made it to Little Rock from Fayetteville in 2 hours.
I drive the speed limit.
All the time. Bull butter.
All the time. Hey, listen, from where we're at right here, it's a 2 hour and 20-minute drive.
Okay, so from Fayetteville, it can't be 2 hours.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Anyways, but my point is, it still remains that Kansas City is just a little further, because I think Kansas City is probably about 2.5, 3 hours from Fayetteville.
It's 3 in it. All right, I'll lay it out, okay, because I've been doing it a while. KC
let's listen to the pro.
KC is 3.5, Little Rock's 2.5, 2:45.
From Fayetteville?
Yeah, from Fayetteville.
So
I don't know why that was
that complicated. It's not much different,
Yeah.
And the barbecue is probably the tiebreaker, right?
Well, it'd have to be, yeah.
Right. The only problem is it's the day after. I assume it will still be the day after Thanksgiving next year. I assume that television will still want it there. So that might make it a little more difficult on some people, or maybe not. Maybe that makes it easier for you to work into your plans. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, because it's going to depend on how the season goes, for one. Because I don't think people are going to be willing to make that trip if the team isn't any good.
I know this. It breathes some life into this fake rivalry. Maybe it will start helping make it an actual rivalry. Because for years, Missouri and Kansas played there. That was the one of the signature hallmarks of that rivalry between those two states. I don't know that it ever becomes that with Arkansas, because they won't play there every year, I would assume. But I think Missouri struggles the same way Arkansas struggles. The reason Arkansas has put the Missouri game when they have it at home in Little Rock. Students go home for the holidays. People are busy with Thanksgiving. If the team's not winning 8+ games, it's hard to fill the stadium up. So let's do something to market this thing better. I think playing in Kansas City is great because obviously there's a huge population base in Kansas City, and I think for Arkansas fans, it's easy to get to, and for Missouri fans, I'm sure it's a treat to go over there and play.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned the fact that you're playing in 2 NFL stadiums in one season.
Yep. Arlington in there.
And you're not even talking about, of course, every NFL stadium's really nice, don't get me wrong, but you're also talking about NFL stadiums that are really close in proximity to your state, which is a rarity for a lot of schools because, listen, how many games do we have this weekend, neutral site games of teams that are in NFL stadiums? It's like every NFL stadium is almost being used for some sort of football game. But in a lot of cases, it's not really close in proximity to those schools. I think, Auburn and Oregon's in Arlington. Those aren't really close by, but Dallas is just a short drive, and Kansas City is such a short drive, too, for fans.
You can catch a flight into DFW from, anywhere.
Of course. But I'm just saying from the fact of, those who can't afford to fly or want to spend all their money on the tickets, they could still drive and it not be so bad of a drive, is my point. But not only you're playing in 2 NFL stadiums this year, and this is what's the best thing about this, because 2020 might be the best football schedule Arkansas has ever had in their history. Because not only do you have, for the first time ever, 4 SEC home games in Fayetteville. 4. You have Alabama, you have LSU, you have Ole Miss, and Tennessee, I believe is the
correct.
4. Then you go to Notre Dame.
Correct.
Second week of the season. I mean, that's an iconic place to go. You go to Arlington, just like you do every year for A&M, and then to Kansas City for an Arrowhead for Missouri. So you're talking about you're playing in 3 stadiums right there on the road that are iconic, legendary stadiums. And then your 2 true SEC road games, the only 2 true SEC road games, are at Auburn and at Mississippi State. That's it. Those are the only games that you're going to play in the SEC that's going to have a legitimate home field advantage for the other team. I'm not saying that Kansas City or Dallas won't still have a bunch of A&M and Missouri fans respectively, but you see what I'm saying, that you're going to have allotment and you're going to have people making those trips. And as I was getting excited about when we were talking about it yesterday, What if Arkansas goes to a bowl game and they go to the Vegas Bowl and they get to play in the new Vegas stadium? I mean, it's just boom. You got an incredible lineup of places that Arkansas is going to be playing next year. So I am so happy. I assume that it was Missouri's doing in all this because it seems like
they broke the news.
Yeah, they were the ones that headed it up. So kudos. I don't say this often, so write this down. But kudos to Missouri and good job on you for doing this. Because it is kind of funny that Arkansas is like, well, we're going to play our game in War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. And Missouri's like, oh, okay, well, we're going to play the game. When y'all come up here, we're going to play it in Arrowhead in Kansas City.
Are you a little surprised? Because Missouri's just spent you always spend a ton of money when you renovate your stadium. They just renovated their stadium, so they, of course, spent a ton of money on that. And now you're going to move a game. Now, I don't think fans will argue. I think fans enjoy up there playing games in Kansas City. Arrowhead's a special place. Arrowhead is not the same thing as War Memorial, I guess is what I really am bottom lining this out.
Well, this just in.
And breaking news here. Arrowhead and War Memorial are not equal. So
I think it's awesome. I'm glad they do it. But they did it mainly because I think the reason they're giving up that home game is just to add some sort of pizzazz and flair to the game.
You ever been to a game at Arrowhead?
I have.
Boy, the tailgating there is...
It's something else. It is something else.
I've been to a game where the Raiders came in there to play, and I've been to 2 games there.
Yeah. My first game there was actually a Monday Night Football game.
I've been to 3
2 years ago, and it was electric. I mean, the weather was nice. And I always make the joke that the higher you get in the stadium, the higher the BAC level is. Kansas City is that. I mean, if you want to go to watch the game and just enjoy your quiet game and watch it, don't sit up in the nosebleeds.
I sat up there once. It was one of our sister stations did a bus promotion. I went on the deal, and I think I was sitting in Overland Park is where I was sitting up there.
Oh, man, I bet.
But it was when Vic was with the Falcons. I mean, it was good.
Oh, man.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Kansas City, I think, got crushed that day. So
it should be.
But the food was good.
Well, and I'm going to be curious because I'll have to go back, and I didn't really look at this, but I should have. Hey, how many college games are played in Arrowhead or have been played in Arrowhead here recently? Because I know that you mentioned Missouri and Kansas used to play there on occasion, which I remember that. But has there any been since then?
Had the Big 12 championship there or some.
Yeah. I mean, it's not somewhere you play very often, or at least have college football games. So I'll be curious to see what the atmosphere is like in November.
I know this. I haven't been like, man, we got to make plans to go to the Arkansas-Missouri game in Columbia. Now it's switching up a little bit. Let's change the calendar around.
Yeah,
a little bit.
let's make Thanksgiving dinner be barbecue instead of turkey and stuffing. Let's switch it up a little bit here.
So y'all you two get to leg wrestle over who goes to Notre Dame and who goes to Kansas City. So this will be a fun time. Which one? Who can kiss up the most to go to Notre Dame? And the runner up going to Kansas City is not a bad deal.
I'd say it's kind of a win-win in most situations.
Well, I don't know.
You can go to Notre Dame. I'll go to KC, and we can settle it right now.
Okay,
well, that's no fun.
You could spend Thanksgiving.
I was
up there
looking
away
forward
from your family.
to a year of schmoozing and kissing up and
gotta do better than that, Tommy.
My grandmother lives up there, so I'd get two kill birds with one stone. So
I'll go to Notre Dame.
All right.
And I'll have some fun
there.
there.
John will fall on the sword and go to Chicago for a few days.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I'll do it.
And I'll also be curious about this. This will be the last point. I'll also be curious if this is going to be a recurring thing. Will it be every year that it'll be played when it's the games in Missouri?
So every other year?
Every other year, I should say.
Didn't they schedule one other game?
I only saw 2020. I may have.
Well, no, not Arkansas-wise, but I think Missouri had... Before 2025, there's one other game that I'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, they may have, and if it ends up being, and maybe they're waiting to see how it goes with Arkansas before they start recurring it.
While we're on the note about Kansas City and the Chiefs right next door, did you see where David Glass is in negotiations to sell the Royals?
Yes, for $1 billion. Yeah,
it's actually kind of cheap
for an MLB franchise.
It's kind of cheap, actually.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, get you a checkbook out, go up there.
For those that don't know, he's former Walmart CEO.
Yeah,
David Glass.
Yeah, you probably, if you lived in the Bentonville area, you probably have heard his name before. I think he had a building named after him, even.
So, the Glass Building.
Yeah,
is that it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I worked up there at Enterprise. I had to pick some people up from the David Glass Building. That's the only reason I remember that. But we're gonna have some fun.
Where are you going? The Glass Building.
The Glass Building.
The one made of glass? No, the Glass Building. It's made of brick.
Although it is made of glass.
The glass building? Okay.
Yeah, it's all confusing. But we'll have some fun here on the show. We'll talk about some Razorback football, get into some news, and, of course, your phone calls and your text messages via the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We're going to get some quick hitting headlines that are presented by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, Williams Tractors in Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. The PowerStar family of tractors, 6 different models to choose from. 64 to 117 engine horsepower, 2 different cab options. These are the great utility tractors and get all of the jobs and tasks done with ease that you have in your nonstop world. Check out the PowerStar family of tractors made by New Holland. Find them at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers.
So to get into some quick hitting headlines, obviously what we discussed in the first segment, Arkansas and Missouri will be facing off in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium next year in 2020. So any of you who are really excited about it and going to be making the trip up there, be sure to dress warm because I hear that in the middle of November, it can get a little on the chillier side in Kansas City.
End of November, too.
My goodness, yeah. So just be sure to dress warm. Have some chili at your tailgate. I think that would be a pretty solid option. Maybe some gumbo, something like that.
You gotta go barbecue if you're in Kansas City.
Well, I know but I'm saying you make a week out of it or weekend. It'll be the Thanksgiving weekend. Just you can have plenty of barbecue too. Right. Just you got to mix it up a little bit. But it should be a great time. We'll be curious to see the turnout. Hopefully both of these teams will be good next year enough to have some interest. But good move there by Missouri. Again, won't give kudos very often, but I'll give them there. Trey Knox was back with the team yesterday, not in full pads or anything. He was with just some shorts and a T-shirt. But looks like today he will be back at practice and expect him to be back here very soon. So
number 1 on the depth chart. I mean,
yeah.
Today's Wednesday. It's kind of got to get going here.
I think that tells me 2 things. One, that it wasn't as serious as what some of the rumors were coming out to be, saying it was mono and all that, because something like that he wouldn't
be around the team.
Yeah, he wouldn't be around the team. And 2, it shows that, hey, they really need him because he's that type of playmaker and he can be that type of difference. So they're going to make sure that he's starting in game 1. More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with it.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Hey, Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan. Look no further than Orr Auto Park at 6500 Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith. The Orr Auto Park staff will work with you to put you behind the wheel of the Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan vehicle you want at an affordable price. And as a leading Cadillac and Chevrolet and Nissan dealer, Orr Auto Park also has a wide variety of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs for you to choose from. So visit OrrAutoPark.com today and browse their selection and get pre-approved, where you can also score more with Orr. We've been having some conversation about the schedule that's ever-changing. I just assume that every week we're going to have something new coming out. It's insane.
I've never seen a time where we had so much scheduling news kind of all hitting in a matter of a few weeks. You know, we talked yesterday about the Cincinnati game being added for 2022, but we've had Oklahoma State series added. It just seems like there's just been a lot of news concerning future football schedules all the way out to like 2034.
Yeah,
over the last few weeks.
Well, I think it's even the past 12 months, past year.
Yeah, it's been
You've
a lot.
had pretty much the entire next 10 years of schedule thrown out in front of you. So it's all come together at once for some reason. Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. Danny is in Russellville. What's going on, Danny?
Good morning, guys. I think it's time for the A&M game in Jerry World to go away. How much longer do we have on that?
That's until 2024 is when the contract is up.
Same
Okay,
time. Same time War Memorial
it's going to
expires.
be going back to home and home, and do you think – I'm not against a game in Jerry World, just a conference game. I just think we need to get away from that, get that home game in Fayetteville. That way we won't have these years where we don't have the attractive games. What about playing a non-conference game in Jerry World, somebody every year, but not a conference game? Just want to – instead of having a meaningless Portland State or whatever, play somebody in Jerry World, that's
Danny,
maybe from the Big 12 or something like that. What do you guys think?
Danny, I don't think A&M will continue this series.
No, it's
I don't
over.
think you're going to have a dance partner with A&M.
Well, that's good as far as I'm concerned.
Because they've spent like literally $1 billion renovating their stadium, and they
Right,
did it. So they want to play at home. I mean,
too, right? At Fayetteville?
say again?
Arkansas needs the game in Fayetteville, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about if they played somebody like TCU or, I don't know, just somebody, if they got to play a game down there, just make sure it's not a conference game. Anyway, guys, thanks for taking my call. Have a good day.
Appreciate it, Danny.
Good question, and it comes up a lot. The thing you got to balance is the A&M game's able to attract enough people that Jerry Jones can pay, was it $5 million each school gets?
Yeah.
Okay, who can you play that Jerry Jones can justify and it makes a bottom line decision that sums up to $5 million for Arkansas to get and the other team to get? That's why you continue to play that game there. It's got to be better than a home game, much better than a home game financially. Well, that's part of the equation.
And part of the issue with me is, too, when you brought up having a non-conference game there, I mean, as a Razorback fan, do you really want to have a big non-conference game not be in Fayetteville? I mean, could you imagine playing Notre Dame but it not being in Fayetteville, or playing Michigan or Oklahoma or anybody that's a marquee game, but then it's like, oh, but you're not going to get it in Fayetteville? It's like, no, that's part of the fun part about it is having that game in Fayetteville.
If you could draw it up and play just anybody once a year, you probably want to play Oklahoma State. I mean, you'd love to play Texas. They're not going to do it because they already play Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They're in a nuke. Oklahoma State would be the one that would probably work for that situation.
Yeah.
Both schools need to recruit the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yeah.
It'd be a win-win. And I think that's the one if you could make that work long term, that's the one where it'd work out.
Yeah.
Hey, brought to you by Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game. If you're looking for a new place to call home, whether it's a new condo, apartment, single-family home, across town, across the state, or in a whole entire different state, Trinity Multifamily can help you. Use the easy search tool online at trinitymultifamily.com or call Dave and his crew at 479-452-1817. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Hey, dads, do you have an athlete in your house that is looking to take their skills to...
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by the Fence Man.
Hey, do you own a business that needs more security, more curb appeal, maybe both? A new fence from the Fence Man can give you that. Whether you need a secure fence around a warehouse yard with razor wire at the top, they can do that. Or you want a pretty custom wrought iron installation around your home or business, they can do that as well with automatic gates that have powered openings and power closures, card readers, cameras. They can do all of those kind of things. Call Henry at the Fence Man for a quick, no obligations quote. 479-782-3936. That's 782-3936 for Henry at the Fence Man. The Fence Man, a division of Quantum Property Services.
Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. PA is in Texarkana. What's going on, PA?
Oh, not much, guys. I appreciate you taking my call. I just kind of want to not do a yeah, but sort of correct the last caller about playing an SEC game. And Jerry World, I believe we signed that contract 3 or 4 years before Texas A&M joined the SEC. So it wasn't like we knew that it was going to happen. So it just turned out that way. I kind of had bad luck as things have been going, but things will turn around. So anyway, we signed that when they were in the Big 12 and we were in the SEC. So all right, thanks guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, PA.
You sound like a gravel in his throat or something.
I
hope you're doing okay.
Is he related to Ed Orgeron?
Maybe,
I don't know.
I don't know. He doesn't. PA doesn't normally sound.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's
sounds like he's in football mode.
Got a little allergy. Something going on.
on
Maybe he's
there.
been yelling at. It's too early to be yelling at football games.
Well, he's yelling at us for being negative yesterday.
I don't know,
because that's what everybody was doing apparently. So, but either way, yeah, folks, just 3 days away. 3 days away from having Razorback football, and it's against Portland State. And I thought that yesterday, as the media met with some of the players. Of course, if you want to watch those interviews, head over to hitthatline.com. Check out those videos in their entirety. Scooter Harris was being interviewed by the media. And, of course, Bob Holt, being Bob Holt, had a pretty good question, and I loved Scooter Harris's response to it.
Yeah, Portland State, I think you guys are a 28-point favorite. You're playing your SEC opener next week. I know you're coming off a tough season, but do you worry at all about, overlooking Portland State and looking ahead to Ole Miss?
Nah, you don't worry about nobody, especially after losing to North Texas last year. So I really don't overlook nobody now. I know you always say that, but I guess you just take it more serious when something like North Texas actually happened to you. So no, we're not overlooking nobody.
I think that is a fantastic response there by Scooter Harris.
2 dings for that. You couldn't get a better answer than what Scooter Harris gave you.
No. In fact, if you're a Razorback fan, that's exactly what you wanted to hear. You wanted to hear that. That, you know what? Because it's one thing you just say, we don't overlook anybody. No, he went to specifics. He's like, you have what happened to us last year. You do not overlook anybody. It doesn't matter how much you're favored by, which tells me 2 things. 1, good mindset for the Razorback football team, because I'm assuming the rest of them are feeling that way. But 2, it also tells me that element was going into play last year heading into North Texas.
Well, and generally, this isn't always the case, but generally when players are talking that way, it's because the coaches have loaded their lips. You know what I mean? That's the conversation in the team meetings, in the position room meetings, when the coordinators are talking to their side of the ball. So, I'm guessing here, but I think I'm be pretty accurate. That's a message from Chad Morris, too, that's coming back through his players. Generally, it doesn't work that way to the media, but I bet they've heard that from on high there within the football program.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm glad that they have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, because let's be honest, folks, we here on this show have been saying that it doesn't matter who the starting quarterback is because you should beat Portland State. We can say that.
Yep.
We can have that mentality. You as a fan, you can have that mentality of like, shouldn't even be a contest against Portland State. You all can have that mentality. But the football team, the coaching staff, everybody involved in that locker room can't have that mentality. Well, you can't afford to have that mentality right now.
And listen, losing to North Texas, North Texas and the Colorado State lost last year, that's a little bit different because you went on the road and they're a little bit different opponent. North Texas at home and then the punt play and all.
Because you got smoked.
Until Chad Morris wins the West, wins an SEC, he'll always be the coach that lost to North Texas, and he knows that. Yeah. That's always going to be there. And always the coach that had a 2-10 season. The only way to erase that is to win some kind of title or championship here. Have a Bobby Petrino 10-11 kind of year. That's the only way you're going to kind of expunge that from your record. So you can't forget it. You can't quit talking about it because that's got to be part of the motivation to help it go away.
Yeah, it has to be. And I think as a Razorback fan too, there is no gimme games because you haven't had one since 2012. I mean, if you think about the games that Arkansas has lost in this period of time that they've been in this lull, I mean, we all remember the Louisiana Monroe game in Little Rock, but you did that. You did Toledo, North Texas, Colorado State. There were some close calls. I mean, for crying out loud, you needed some miracle plays to beat Coastal Carolina a couple of years ago at home. I mean, you have lost. There's no gimmies for Arkansas fans.
Not right now.
There hasn't been. And it's just, it shows where you're at, but also that's what having an experience like that sucked, I'm sure, I know it did for fans, but certainly for the team last year, to get whipped by North Texas on your home field. I mean, to get whipped, to be on every highlight about that fake punt return thing that they had going on. It was a humiliating loss. And when you know that this non-conference schedule, is it easier than what most SEC teams have? Of course it is. In fact, it might be the easiest non-conference schedule in all of the conference for any team. But you're at the point right now where there's nothing given. There's no gimmies. There's no just walking in, run another day at the office, moving on from it. There's none of that anymore. You have to have complete and total focus on everything, all the small things, because first off, you haven't been good enough to get away with it. And second off, the moment you stop having that focus is the moment that a team like a Portland State, like a Colorado State, like a Western Kentucky, whoever is on the schedule that you feel like you should win, the teams you're paying a ton of money to beat, which is essentially what you're doing, you can't afford to have that mentality at any point.
How do you think this Saturday goes point-wise offensively? Ruskin and Zach ran a poll. I found this interesting. They had 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, or 31 plus. What do you think won that poll? If you haven't seen it,
I have not seen it actually. I would probably say the second option. I don't remember exactly the point total you gave, but
between 11 and 20 points that Arkansas scores.
Yeah,
because the question is, how many points will Arkansas football?
Knowing Twitter and knowing fans.
Hang on, I read it backwards. Never mind.
Okay.
It's early. I thought it was scored. It was allowed. Never mind.
Okay.
Erase the last 30 seconds from the record.
All right. Good.
Never mind.
Good thing we hit that dump button to where we don't have
Never
to worry
mind.
about it.
That won't be in the promo, I promise.
Okay.
Forget that.
Well,
I had my Stu Gotts moment for the moment.
I tell you what, Tommy.
I didn't have my reading glass. I thought it said it scored, and that's what caught me. I was scrolling through Twitter in the last spring. I just didn't read it right.
Yeah.
How many points? How many points do you think they will score?
And if we're talking about Arkansas offensive, okay, points they will score. I mean, we're going to do our score predictions in full on Friday, but I think it's safe to say that Arkansas will score between 30 and 45 points. I think so.
I mean, because I've heard some fans concerned about not being able to score points this week, and that the offense. But even because we all agree the offense is better, right?
It is.
O-line is no worse. May not be a ton better, but I don't think the O-line is worse than last year.
Can't be much worse.
Right?
But yes.
Wide receivers are better. Running backs, better. Quarterbacks, better. Tight ends, at least as good. Maybe. I mean, tight ends was still a good point last year. So the offense probably is better, right?
Yes.
Sum of all things. And how many did they score against Eastern Illinois? What was it, 63?
55 points.
55? So I don't think they're going to struggle for points in this first game against a... Would you say these opponents are probably similar to what they played in game one?
Yeah.
I think it's 40-something points, 50-something points. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see scoring
I've heard
being
some people,
a problem.
but I've heard people with that concern.
I think they're just concerned about everything. I mean, there's nothing that they feel good about. They're confident in right now. There's just nothing there. So they're always going to go scale it back a little bit so that way they don't get disappointed. I think that's where a lot of fans are. But here's the thing, though. If Arkansas does go out there and score, say if they score 60 points against Portland State, just throwing a number out there. So, I mean, is that going to change your opinion on anything against Ole Miss the next week?
Yeah.
No.
So let me bring this poll back in. 57% think they'll allow between 11 and 20. Is that too many points?
No.
So if they allowed 18 points to Portland State, you have no concerns?
No.
Okay. That's fine.
I mean, because here's the thing. A lot of times those points are scored. If the points are scored in garbage time when they're going up against the third string, that's not going to be concerning to me. I mean, let's be honest. Alabama gave up 30 points last year to Arkansas. You think Alabama was concerned after that about their defense? No. They're still going out and they're still doing work. But I think that in this game, as long as Arkansas goes out and convincingly wins, and when I mean convincingly, I'm talking about 3, 4, 5 touchdown victory. As long as they do that, I don't think there's anything you'll be able to take away from it, at least legitimately, and say, ooh, this is a big concern. This looks awful. It's game one against a nobody opponent where they're still figuring some things out. You're not going to come out and beat them 70-0. And if you do, great. I mean, I think every Razorback fan would take that.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how much it's going to change anybody's opinion on the next week against Ole Miss.
I think you could win 170-0, and everybody's still going to have their arms folded and say, well, let's see what happens in Oxford.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to wait on that.
You could come – I mean, you could win this game 235-3.
Still didn't matter.
And no, I'm going to wait and see what they do at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because the rest of that doesn't matter. Because what was it? They beat Nicholls State in 2014 by like 73-10. Right. What'd that do?
You beat Eastern. What did you say? 55 to what?
20.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. They went 2-10.
Yeah.
So
doesn't matter. Does not matter. Game 2 is all that matters. Let's squeeze in a quick phone call on the Cherokee Casino hotline. Robert's in Fort Smith. What's going on, Robert?
Hey guys.
Hey.
I was listening to y'all real quick, and we're talking about how so much better we are. If we're that much better, then why are we not talking about seven win season if we're that much better, or is it we're just that much better than the non-cons and we're still behind the 8 ball in the comp?
Well, I think you're better because you're going to go because we've been saying 5-6 wins is kind of where you're looking at. And that's still
you're doubling,
really
you're over doubling
better.
your win total. Yeah.
Okay, and I get that. You get 5. I'm only picking us to win 5. So that's 4 non-cons and 1 conference, and that's it. But to me, I just don't feel. I mean, yeah, we're better than 2 wins, but I'm just not buying into all this that we're because you beat who you're supposed to, but we're still way behind.
But last year, Robert, you didn't beat who you were supposed to last year. Right. It's improvement if Arkansas beats who they're supposed to this year, right?
Yes, if we do beat who we're supposed to, because you're right, we lost 2 non-cons last year, so you're right. But it's just, just listening to it, I'm just wondering if we're that much better. I just don't get it. But, all right, guys.
All right, thanks, Robert. I mean, that's the point. I think we can't appreciate how bad last year was. I mean, improvement is 5 wins, and I think that's where we got off track with some people yesterday. Is we're talking about 5 or 6 wins this year, and people are saying you guys are being negative. We're talking about maybe over-doubling, maybe tripling the win total.
We're being too positive now, Tommy.
And now I can't figure it out. Now we're saying we're so much better, so why aren't we talking about more wins?
5, 6 wins is more wins, and that is much better.
Yeah, about 5.
That's much better. I know that's not what people want to hear. As far they think better is 7 wins. No, better is 5, 6 wins.
7 wins is Coach of the Year territory.
8 wins, build him a statue. We're at that level right now, folks.
But we have to understand better is 5.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
yes.
Do we all need to have a calibration segment here where we all get calibrated on our expectations? Because if you think 5 is being negative, or 5 isn't expecting enough, or I'm a little confused with some of the feedback we've gotten the last couple of days. I really am.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm way off, but I never do. But, but people don't think 5's improvement. I guess that's where I'm confused. Is we say 5 or 6, which is kind of like safe, like middle of the boat, not going to fall out and get wet. 5 or 6 wins. And if you think that's negative talk, we're talking about possibly tripling the win total from a year ago. I can't help you.
Yeah. But, folks, I'll tell you this, too. If we're talking about that in year 4 or 5 of Chad Morris, then, of course, there can be those issues. But, again, 2-10 last year. 5-7 this year, that's better. That's much, much better. 877-377-6963 is the number to call or to text into the Cherokee Casino hotline. So What's Your Beef Wednesday, which we'll be getting into later in the show as well. So be sure to call or text in whatever you're beefing with today.
Hey, they need your trade-ins at Crabtree RV in Alma. They've taken in, they've got a lot of people coming in here lately that are new to the RV game, and they don't have trade-ins when they come by. So they've bought, and now they're kind of light on pre-owned inventory. So the gang over at Crabtree is looking for trade-ins right now, and they're willing to pay top dollar. They got great deals on brand new 2019 and even 2020 models that are on the ground now. Step inside their 26,000-square-foot indoor showroom. Beat the weather, whether it's rainy outside, hot, cold, whatever it is. They can take care of you inside that showroom, so it's always comfortable when you shop. And right now, discounts on new fifth wheels up to $19,000 off. Take advantage of deals on new travel trailers up to $15,000 off MSRP. It's all at Crabtree RV in Alma, exit 13 off of I-40. It's where your family's dreams come true.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
.63. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Bull Shoals Lake White River Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, something for everyone when you go to Bull Shoals Lake and the White River. Great place to get away for Labor Day weekend and really enjoy, the lake with, just beautiful views and just beautiful shorelines on Bull Shoals Lake. The White River, we talk often about the White River and the championship trout fishing that you'll find on the White River. But there's playgrounds, camping grounds, hunting grounds during seasons, just something for everyone when you go to North Central Arkansas and enjoy Baxter and Marion County around Bull Shoals Lake and the White River. Also, great fall festivals coming up, including the Haunted Hollow Village. It's going to be located at the Mountain Village 1890 and Bull Shoals Cavern. That's at the end of October on the 25th and 26th. More details about sponsorships, attending, volunteering. They're looking for great folks to get involved right now. Go to bullshoals.org for all the details on this event and many more at bullshoals.org. It's brought to you by Bull Shoals Lake White River Chamber of Commerce. They wish you were here.
By the way, we had a few people texting into our Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. This comes from the 479. By the way, folks, remember, when you send a text, send your name in, and then we'll save it. You don't have to keep sending your name in, but just do it for the first time so that way we can know who you are. But poor guy says, I took my wife to the North Texas game last year, and it was her first game ever.
Mighty.
Could you imagine?
Be like going to the Citadel in 92 being your first game.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to think about the absolute terribleness of that feeling leaving, like knowing that your wife or whoever you brought, you're trying to get them excited, try to get them to see what you love and why you love it so much. And to see that performance, whew, that'd be a rough one. I don't know. There's a lot of bounce
Your
back
wife
from
saying,
that.
you spend all of our money on this?
Yeah. It might even lead to some divorces and breakups at that point, man. It was that bad.
Certainly some arguments.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday, folks, so be sure to call or text in what you are beefing with or who you're beefing with today. More of the Morning Rush is going to be back here in 2 minutes.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning. We're going to be doing a What's Your Beef Wednesday, at least on our front, around 8 o'clock this morning. We'll give ours because apparently me and Tommy can sometimes take up an entire segment, maybe even 2 segments, complaining and venting about the things that are bothering us. But of course, we will get to all of yours in the 8 o'clock hour, so get those in via the Cherokee Casino hotline, either calling or texting. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. You know, yesterday we had Nick Mason in studio. We were really talking about the quarterback situation because that was the first show we were able to do after the announcement of Ben Hicks being named the starting quarterback. And something we alluded to later in the show, and I wanted to bring it back up because I thought it was really interesting in the comment that Chad Morris made in his press conference. Because, listen, Chad Morris may work out. He may end up being a great coach. But there is no doubt that the man is full of coach speak. Let's just be honest about it. If you have gone to hitthatline.com and you've watched those press conferences and those videos, he's full of coach speak. It's not a bad thing. Because if he wins, who cares? He can be full of coach speak all day long if he wins. That's what people care about. They don't care about how well he does in press conferences. But one of the things that he was asked about was about Arkansas. And if he can win a championship here, or can a championship be won at Arkansas? Can they get to that level? Because you seem so far away from it right now. It seems like it is just eons away. But Chad Morris doubled down on his belief that Arkansas can win a national championship.
It can be done, or I promise you I wouldn't be here. I can promise you that. As I shared when I got the job here, this is a sleeping giant. Now, there's times that, you throw cold water on somebody to wake them up, wake the giant up. I mean, you may have to throw a couple glasses of cold water on them. This is not an overnight fix. I've said that. I've said it year in since I got here. And it's traveling our great state. This doesn't happen overnight. I've talked about building a program. And I'm committed to doing that. I think our culture is established, and it'll continue to be defined every day. I would walk backwards again to Fayetteville because this is going to be a special place.
I mean, it's a very simple question. Is it legitimate and is it a good thought, or at least a reasonable thought, to think that Arkansas can win a national championship in football? Because in every other sport on campus, it's not far-fetched.
There's been examples of how close you've gotten. 2006, would you say that's an example of a season where you got close?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, if you
beat LSU in Florida, you
beat LSU in Florida, you probably got a legitimate shot, and that was back in a day where you didn't have the College Football Playoff Committee. 2010 and 11 were seasons that were you at least in the conversation. You had a reason to watch what was in the BCS selection shows.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you beat LSU,
and if you beat LSU,
you're probably in the championship
in 2011.
Yeah.
So you play in a league and you have a schedule that gives you an opportunity. You just got to win the games. I mean, that's the beauty of it. You know, you're not a Boise State from years ago that you could go 12-0 and still not get there. So you've got the opportunity. Question is, do you have a team good enough to compete in the SEC? That's really the bottom line. Can Arkansas do it? I don't believe Arkansas has the recruiting grounds in state to do it consistently. I mean, if you're thinking about being a powerhouse like Alabama, being a powerhouse like one of the blue bloods, the Ohio States, Texas, I know has been down lately, but they're one of the blue bloods of the sport. So you know what I'm talking about. I don't think that's going to happen here. But once a decade, once every 12 or 15 years, could all the stars align and you win the West? Maybe you got to remember this is a program in 28 years has not won an SEC title. Played in that game 3 times, including 95, which ended up being
95, 02,
was an 8
and 06.
Right, 95 was an 8-5 season. You had some other circumstances there, but bottom line is, it can happen here, but I don't think it's going to be a situation where what they've turned Clemson into, if that's what people have in mind.
I think Clemson's a good example, though, of a non-blue blood program. I'm not saying they haven't had success.
No, there's a lot of similarities between Clemson and Arkansas as far as demographics, where your programs have been.
Yeah.
The time, Arkansas won one in 64, Clemson won one in 80, then there was a long period of success that that just didn't unfold. And Dabo's brought them back.
Yeah.
You got to hire the right guy and the right coach. Is Chad Morris it?
Don't know yet.
You can't keep changing coaches every 4 or 5 years and never get there. I know that.
Yeah. But it's even like a program one that struggled, maybe not to the sole extent of Arkansas, but like a Tennessee. Now, Tennessee, and I know you remember this well, Tommy, Tennessee, when Philip Fulmer was there, was one of, if not the most premier program in all of college football. I mean, it was must-watch TV when you had Philip Fulmer going against Steve Spurrier in Tennessee and Florida.
Hall of Fame coaches.
I mean, it was big time.
Yep.
But Tennessee has yet to get back to that point. In their same situation with Jeremy Pruitt, maybe they get back to it. But
because they hadn't had a Hall of Fame coach.
But right. And so, but my point is do you think, though, that Tennessee has some of the same circumstances that Arkansas has, or a place like Arkansas has, where they had that Hall of Fame coach, and they're never going to get back to that point because maybe they don't have the recruiting base that they need to easily get there. They have to have that Hall of Fame big-time coach who even in Philip Fulmer maybe was doing some shady stuff.
Here's the thing that amazes me, and you guys know this because you in recent years have been on campus. Like, there are a ton of Texas tags when you go around.
All over the place.
Go around Fayetteville. Why? Because particularly the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the University of Arkansas is a very popular place to go to college there. I don't know what the percentages and all that is. I just know that is that a fact?
Yes.
It's not my opinion, right? That's fact. A lot of kids from Texas come here to go to school. You've got them. It's kind of the cool thing from what I've been told in Texas. If you're not going to go to a school like in Austin or you're not going to go to College Station, you come to Arkansas.
Saves your money.
You've got to find a way to make that the cool thing for the football players too. Somehow, and I don't know if Chad Moore's got to figure out how to build that culture in the state of Texas, where Arkansas is the choice over A&M if you want to come play SEC football for your college days.
Mm-hmm.
And get away from home and make it kind of the home away from home for Texas kids somehow. I don't know how you build that and get that going, but I think he's the guy that can do it. I just know a lot of Texas kids come here for whatever course studies they're here for, to graduate ITAPAKEGA, whatever they're here for. So you got to get
that's the big one.
That's the big one. You get it. You never mind.
No, please continue.
No, I'll stop short there. I'll pull up short. But that's what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
Because if Arkansas is ever going to win consistently and get back to what we thought Bobby Petrino had started and never finished, where 10 and 11 and winning 9+ is going to be kind of a regular, do it on the regular, you're only going to do it because you get a bunch of Texas kids.
Mm-hmm. Because you're not going to have enough Arkansas kids, and that's reality. There'll be some years where
we're just not a big enough state.
You have great classes and great high caliber SEC talent. We've seen it happen. I mean, look, think about the few years. I think it was from just the stretch of 2006 to 2011. You could say that might have been the golden era, that 6-year span of Razorback football, at least in recent history. Almost all of the big time players on those teams, not a good chunk of them, were all from Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, Darren McFadden and Peyton Hillis and Marcus Monk and Jamal Anderson on those teams. You had
Felix Jones was from Tulsa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
wasn't too far.
Yeah.
And the main reason he came to Arkansas is because Oklahoma had a guy named Adrian Peterson over there. So, there's a lot of examples to where I think they can. And I know that everyone looks at me crazy, but especially from the outside perspective, think I have this bias, but I truly believe, and this is a duh statement, but with the right coach who can recruit and who can develop and do all the things that a winning coach can do, it can be done at Arkansas.
No. But you don't believe it can be done like what Alabama's doing. It's not going to be done here.
No, I'm not alluding to that.
Right.
No. I'm
so
not alluding to that.
You're like me. It can be done every 10 years or 8 years or 12 years or somewhere in that range when the stars align and you have a great in-state player and you get the right Texas talent and everything comes together, you can make a run.
Yeah. Well, because I like to look at it from maybe the basketball perspective. Because think about when Nolan Richardson was at Arkansas for 17 years, is that right? From 85 to 2002. How many of those years, of those 17 years, did he have a team legitimately good enough to win the national championship? In how many years? Probably
3,
4, 5, maybe. Maybe. Can Arkansas in football over a 17-year span have 3 or 4 or 5 years where they have a team that's legitimately good enough to win a national championship? I don't think that's too far-fetched. I don't think that's too crazy.
But part of it also has to be, John, that things have to change in the West. I mean, and that's not just an Arkansas thing. That's true for Auburn. That's true for LSU. It's true for A&M. Some of the dynamics in this division have to change a little bit.
Well, of course they do.
And I'm not talking about just Saban has to retire, but just some things. I mean, it's just at some point, as the league continues to elevate the competition in the West, you just eat each other alive at some point. But so far, no one's been able to consistently compete and go toe-to-toe with Bama in this division.
Yeah.
And that's what's got to change. And I don't know that it's just Saban retiring that's going to do it,
Yeah, well, college football's cyclical. I mean, there's programs that were just – I remember growing up and seeing some programs that – like Nebraska was a big-time program when I was growing up. Like they were competing for championships. And now they're not even close to that. Tennessee, we brought them up. It's the same way. There are big-time programs that will fall from grace. It could happen to Bama. It could happen to
you're
these
one
things.
Investigation away. Even if you're not found guilty, the investigation keeping those 5 stars or those 4 stars from coming to your program could be enough to give another program an edge.
Yeah.
And then when someone else starts winning and you're not winning as much, things change. It's kind of what happened to Arkansas basketball.
Mm-hmm. Fall from
old,
grace.
What Ted Herod instigation or investigation.
Yeah.
So,
It ended up being nothing.
Yeah.
No, so it can hurt you.
You lost some kids.
That's right. Let's squeeze in a quick phone call. Cherokee Casino Hotline. Rick is in Lowell. What's going on, Rick?
Hey, good morning. Hey, I'm gonna agree that with you that I believe Arkansas can do it. We wouldn't have thought 8, 9, 10 years ago Clemson would be on the pinnacle that they're on. And if South Carolina had all that talent, South Carolina, the University of South Carolina, would be a dominant powerhouse. And I'm 54 years old, and I don't remember them ever being a mega football program. But I believe the University of Arkansas, again, I'll use the Duss statement, that with the right coach and being able to recruit the right talent, I honestly believe, I mean, he's got year 2 under his belt, getting ready to have year 2 under his belt. I believe we can do it. And as we were talking yesterday, and Nick was making the comment, are we really talking about winning 4 games? Gentlemen, when you win 2 games a year before, 4 games, I don't believe anybody would take, I believe anybody would take 100% year-over-year improvement.
Oh, without a doubt.
And, if 4 games is what we win this year, well, you know what? We've made 100% progress from the year before. And then next year we win 7, and who knows? We may be lucky enough, and I hope we are, to squeeze out a couple of games that we weren't supposed to squeeze out and go bowling this year. And I promise you, the people in the state of Arkansas will be dancing in the streets in January.
Yeah. No, that's a great point, and really appreciate the phone call, Rick, man, because I couldn't agree with you more. We have to get out of here, though. I know if we got a bunch of people calling and texting in right now. We'll get to all of those here on the other side of the break. I got to tell you, though, about Sassy's first. Hey, football season's here, folks. It's amazing this Saturday. You're going to have Razorback football. You're going to have, in fact, college football across the board, some great matchups, and you're going to need a place to watch them. You got to go over to Sassy's. We're at their 2 locations in Fayetteville, off of College and off of Weddington. They have some great food items because, listen, if you want to go and watch football, you got to have some football food, and that includes some great barbecue, some great burgers, some award-winning smoked wings. Even if you want to do some catfish, some chicken fingers, they have steaks over there, a ribeye steak that you can get at Sassy's, and it's all fantastic food. They have a great atmosphere. They have a full bar. They have everything you need to make college football enjoyable for lunch and or dinner. So if you're going to make it happen at Sassy's with their 2 locations in Fayetteville, off of College and off of Weddington. More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with us, folks.
The voice of Razorback fans across Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
Now through Labor Day,
Creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy Money Talks Knox.
Brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
.63. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by OG&E.
If you live in Arkansas, your home is 10 years old, and you're served by OG&E. Call and get details on their absolutely free home weatherization program. 1-800-272-9741. Train crew comes to your house, does an energy audit. Another crew comes back, puts in attic insulation, LED light bulbs, weather stripping, a whole bunch of extras that won't cost you a dime. A lot of these home improvement projects you've been wanting to get done, like caulking around the windows and the doors and all of these, the weather stripping, power strips, new smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors. I didn't even have one till OG&E put one in my home. All of it's free. 1-800-272-9741. Find out if your home qualifies with a free call to OG&E. 1-800-272-9741.
Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Michael's in Stuttgart. What's going on, Michael?
Guys, I got to tell you, I don't think it was coach speak. I think, honestly, Coach Morris wouldn't have came to Arkansas if he didn't believe he could win here. And I think there's a couple things going on at once that kind of keep someone from being successful as he could be, or the gravity of the program being more than it should be, in my opinion. Guys, if you look at the fan base here, there's a couple things going on at once. They're expecting you to win right now after 2 years against this kind of competition at a level that's just not realistic. Now, that's going to happen everywhere, so you could say that's going to happen everywhere. But at the same time, they're waiting for him to fail. There's been so much failure. I read Nate Olson, and he's a reporter. He's not a fan, but he wrote an article saying he's been following Arkansas forever, and he's not going to get fooled, so he's not going to pick them to win 6 games and go to a bowl game. And that's fine, too. I understand that, but Coach Morris didn't have anything to do with that. He's played 1 season. We can't go past the second season yet. He hadn't played the first game. And he's a reporter. He's not an emotional fan, but he had an emotional reaction. They wait for you to fail here at Arkansas. That's the way it is, and that's not the way it should be. There's a couple different ways to build a program. The easy way is win, and then people get on board. He's doing it actually the harder way, especially against this kind of competition. Everything he's instituting is of a big-time program. There's not all the facilities, the infrastructure, the culture, the leadership, the way they're doing. They're going to win last. But trust me when I tell you, they're going to win. The building, the infrastructure is being done right now. He's laying the foundation. And they're not going to win as much as Clemson, only because they're playing tougher competition. But they're going to win at a level Coach Morris will, in my opinion. And, guys, I don't think I'm going on a limb here. Kind of to sit here and listen to this mealy mouth, we don't know, I think if you listen to the guy and you look at what he's done so far, I think it's pretty obvious that he's going to win at a level that hasn't been won at before because he's that good a coach. I think you can tell that by his conversation and the way he set everything else up. You guys not agree with me?
Well, here's the thing, Michael, and I'm sorry we're up against it, though, but I appreciate your phone call, man. Here's the thing. I think that Chad Morris, once he starts establishing those wins and those W's that'll come, people will start jumping on board. But as I've said it before, and I'll say it again, they went 2-10 last year, and it's just really difficult for everybody to jump on board to that. I think there's still a lot of believers out there, and that's fine. If you still have hope in Chad Morris, that's great. I think that there's reasons to have that. But for those of people who are still in wait-and-see mode, I don't think they're waiting for Chad Morris to fail. They're just waiting for him to succeed before they jump back on board because of how bad it hurt last year and how bad Brett Bielema hurt them. They're just hurt right now, and they're afraid to put themselves back out there is all. More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with us.
What's your more?
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fenceman and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fenceman and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Joe's Grill and Cantina.
Hey, if you're looking for a place to watch the game this Saturday, if you're not going to Fayetteville, boy, the weather's going to be gorgeous compared to what you'd think it'd be on August 31st. You can go to Joe's for all Arkansas games. Anytime they're on, they're going to have half-price apps and taps, so you can enjoy the game on their TVs that are all around the restaurant. All the appetizers on the menu are half price, like brisket nachos, Mexican pizza. They've got a great sampler platter that's perfect for your group. Plus, their great chips and salsa, and all the beers on tap are half price as well. Watch every game at Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Well, I want to ask this because we were talking about the scheduling of Arkansas and Missouri next year in 2020. In case you're just joining us, they're playing in Arrowhead Stadium there in Kansas City. It's pretty phenomenal. I think most people are excited about it too. But it makes me wonder: has there ever been what has been the most hyped or the most excited you've been for a Razorback football game in the regular season that was not at home?
Ooh, not at home.
Not at home. Like one that you were just all about. Couldn't wait.
Would it be a trip down to Texas? Not at home. That's a great question. And not talking a bowl game.
No, it has to be right. Because bowl games, of course, you'd be excited going to the Sugar Bowl. I mean, that's obvious. But, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the one I'll think of real quick.
I remember being very excited when they announced it because these things get announced and then it's like 10 years before you play a lot of times.
Yes.
But when they put Southern Cal on the schedule, Southern Cal wasn't really good then. And then when they got around, of course, they were
the all-time great program that they were. Yeah.
But that was neat to play them because they'd played them in the 70s, but then, to have them back on the schedule, I remember being hyped about that, and then you realized this may not go so well.
Yeah, and it didn't. It didn't. I think, USC scored 120 points total in 2 games.
So it's 70-17 out there. So
50-14, yeah. No, I mean, that's a good one. I think the one that I thought of, and this is just because, again, recent memory, was when they scheduled Texas A&M and Jerry World for the very first time.
Right.
And, 2009 was the first game, and it happened to be my 21st birthday, the day of that game. Great birthday gift. But I remember how excited I was because I had not seen, at least up to that point in time, Arkansas playing in a legitimate NFL stadium. And the fact they were playing in one that was state-of-the-art, blowing people's minds, set the standard for sports venues. They got to play in it, and just how excited I was for that. I think that's probably the one that stood out to me.
Arkansas did in the 70s. There's been a time where they played Oklahoma State or they played Southern Cal. And when you go back to the end of the Broyles era, into the Holtz era. But as far as regular season non-conference road games, there hasn't been many in the last. I mean, there's been some, but not, I mean, they put Texas on the schedule. You mentioned the A&M series, but Arkansas got into a scheduling philosophy where it was for Houston Nuts era. They just scheduled some pretty soft non-conference opponents.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons the SEC said, "All right, we're going to make sure everybody plays at least one Power 5 non-conference game."
Yeah,
and that brought on some of that A&M stuff. Jerry Jones was really behind a lot of it, but.
I was trying to think of I guess Texas was probably the biggest non-conference game that Houston Nutt coached in.
Right.
Because I can't think of any other times. I know they played like SMU and Boise State before they became Boise State. I think like South Florida, Central Florida,
Tulsa's
UNLV.
Been on the schedule a lot back in the 80s. They're going to return on the schedule. You had Tulsa obviously on last year's schedule. But, I mean, as far as big-time Power 5, I mean, the most anticipated game is the one next year at Notre Dame, right?
Oh, and then that was going to lead into my next point. Right. I think that may break everyone's record for the most anticipated one.
I think that might be the toughest road ticket to ever get your hands on for a regular season road game, non-conference game.
I can't think of another one that you could possibly have that same feeling towards.
And maybe that's a road trip you're going to make, or you got several ahead of you for high school football, or going to Fayetteville this Saturday or a lot of Saturdays. Get by Southern Tire Mart for the tires you need to get up and down the road this fall. They've got all the best brands, all the most trusted brands, and their best-selling Toyo tires, all at great prices. Plus, they can change your oil for just $24.95, and they do it every day. Southern Tire Mart, Highway 271 and 540, or call them at 646-2674.
On the other side of the break, we're going to be joined by Andrew Hutchinson of hogbeat.com. Get a little first game preview, if you will. Talk about all the things going on, and the starting quarterback, of course, with him on the other side of the break. Stay with us, folks. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend coming up. Pool parties, backyard barbecues, trips to the lake, trips to the game. Be careful out there. The Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office wants to remind you that driving under the influence is going to get you pulled over, and you're going to get a ticket, and the fines are going to be severe. Driving at .08 or higher with blood alcohol level is a crime, and you're going to go to jail, and you're going to pay the fines, and you're going to have to pay for an ignition interlock system as well that's going to cost you, and you're going to endanger your life and the lives of others. So think before you drink this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. It has unfortunately become one of the deadliest holidays here in the natural states. All we're asking you to do is think before you drink, drive sober, or get pulled over. This is brought to you by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
By the way, just real quick before we get to Andrew, you were talking in the previous segment about the most hyped you've been for a Razorback football regular season game that wasn't at home. Grant Cook, former Razorback, texted in. He said 2011 LSU when you played them in Baton Rouge. You were hyped for that game because you were number 3 in the country. They were number 1, and you felt like you had
I thought we were talking about non-conference games, but yeah, okay. Yeah,
I guess a non-conference game, could be put in there too. But yeah, that was another.
I thought
great
that's
example.
what they were limiting to that. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun in 10 and 11 when you had games of consequence.
Yeah,
and you were going on the road, and the winner got a big prize.
Yes,
it's huge.
Number 3 in the country into the last week of the season. Man, those were fun times, that is for sure. Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline and welcome in Andrew Hutchinson of hogbeat.com. Andrew, I got to ask you, are you as excited and pumped as we are, and the fact that we actually have a game to watch this week, and then next week we can actually have a game to react to? Are you about as happy as that as we are?
Yeah, I'm about ready to write about real football, and there's only so much you can write during fall camp and during practice, so it'll be nice and refreshing to have some real football to write and talk about for sure.
Andrew, you're a stat guy. You like to crunch numbers. You're an analytic. What has jumped out to you? Is it, when you got the depth chart, was it the freshman? Is there something in the stats with Ben Hicks? What take us inside the numbers or something that's jumped out to you about this Arkansas team as you get ready for the year?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would necessarily be analytical, but just the fact that there were 9 true freshmen in the 2 deep is very surprising, and you got 2 of them starting at wide receiver. Hopefully Trey Knox is back out of practice today, so that way he'll be able to play against Portland State. But that's a big number. I haven't had a chance to go back and look and see how it compared to the previous years. But last year, I do know that I believe there was only 4 in the original 2 deep to start the year. So 9 is a very large number, and I'm excited to see what they do in their first college action. Obviously, we probably won't get a really good taste of how they are able to perform until week 2 against Ole Miss, but just to finally see them in a real game and more than just the 20 minutes we get to watch of practice. That's something that jumped out at me when I saw the depth chart, and something I'm definitely going to be looking forward to against Portland State, a game that Arkansas should handedly win. It'll at least give us something to kind of look and analyze and things like that.
One of those freshmen on the 2 deep is backup right guard Ricky Stromberg, a freshman, 6'4", 266 pounds. He's backing up Myron Cunningham, who's really kind of the utility player. And if Colton Jackson needs some rest, Cunningham may slide over. You could make the case that Stromberg and his ability to not be the weak link on that offense may be a key this year, because he's going to have to step up and be that right guard when Cunningham is going to be the guy to get first moved to another position. But is that how you're seeing some of these dynamics on the offensive line with the depth they have?
Yeah, it definitely looks like Stromberg is that 6th offensive lineman who could go in and play. I think he could play either of the guard spots. I think I've seen him play both during fall camp. So, and of course, the thing that jumps out about him is that he's listed as 266 pounds. That's really light for an offensive lineman at any level, especially in the SEC. But I've heard that he's actually put on weight. He's more in that 280 range now, which is not great, but it's a lot better. But anytime you have to put a freshman in on the offensive line, a true freshman, it's going to be a scary thing. I mean, I remember several years ago, Mitch Smothers, a guy I actually went to school with, was a true freshman and started the first game of the season, and I think it was the Alabama game, and he kind of had a rude awakening of, oh my goodness, this is big boy football. So That's definitely going to be interesting to see how he does. It's a little scary knowing that he's going to go in there. If Colton Jackson gets hurt or if he just needs a break and you slide Myron Cunningham over. But the good news is you do have a guy like Myron Cunningham who is kind of a Swiss Army knife. I think he's played every position on the offensive line except for center since he's gotten here in January. So anytime there's an injury or anything, he could probably slide over to either one of the tackle spots, and Stromberg would be the first guy in there, assuming it's not the center spot. So it's interesting how it's going to shift, work itself out. The depth chart at the offensive line is kind of just a guide because it's really who's actually the number 6, the number 7 offensive lineman, and it looks like Stromberg is that number 6 guy. So he's going to get some playing time this year, some trial by fire. I'm excited to see how he does, but again, it is a little scary when you got a true freshman up there up front.
Speaking with Andrew Hutchinson of hogbeat.com right now on the Morning Rush via the Cherokee Casino Hotline. Andrew, of course, I got to ask you about the quarterback. Ben Hicks was named the starting quarterback this week by Chad Morris, and it got a lot of reaction from fans. But I think it's so fascinating that it seemed like if Starkel was going to be named the starter, then everyone just said, oh, well, he'll probably start all 12 games. But now that Hicks has been named the starter, there's a lot of reaction of saying, well, he's the starter now, but after a few games, then Starkel will take over. What do you make of this whole quarterback situation and the fact that Chad Morris did go with Ben Hicks over Nick Starkel to start game 1?
Well, I did predict a while back over the summer, both I wrote it on our site, I think I've said it on a couple of radio shows, that I thought that Ben Hicks would win the job to start the year, probably start 2 or 3 games, and I figured that Nick Starkel would eventually take over as he kind of learned the playbook and everything like that. But I started to really kind of doubt myself there that last week of fall camp when Nick Starkel seemed to be getting more of the first-team reps, seemed to be performing better in scrimmages, and just, was getting constant praise for how quickly he's picked up the playbook. But I stuck with my prediction, so I wasn't totally surprised when Ben Hicks was named the starter. But it is going to be interesting. As you said, people are speculating now, like, oh, when do they make the switch? I do think that the coaches are going to try to avoid kind of what they did last year when they went Cole, Ty, rotating basically the first 4 weeks of the season. I think they're going to want to do it where it's either going to be Ben Hicks all the way through, or if they do make a switch, it's going to be a clean switch and they're not going to waffle back and forth. But I do believe if they do that, you're probably going to see it sometime in either the Colorado State or San Jose State game. So that way Nick would be able to get kind of a full game under his belt before that big Texas A&M game, which is, a big SEC game for Arkansas, but also a big game for him considering that's his former team. So I'm anxious to see how Ben does both against Portland State, and he's probably going to be the guy against Ole Miss, and that's going to tell us a lot about whether or not he's going to be the guy moving forward or if they may be thinking about making a switch there in the next couple of weeks.
Well, playing against Portland State, we've had this conversation that it doesn't really matter how badly Arkansas beats Portland State because it's not going to change anyone's mind as far as the Ole Miss game. Arkansas could win 70-0, but it's not going to make people start thinking, oh, now they're going to have a really much better season. But just from what you're going to be looking at here in Game 1 against Portland State, what are some of the things that you would like to see from Arkansas that'll make you start believing or start at least thinking that this team has a chance to maybe even win 6-7 games, like be that type of team? Or is there anything you can really take away from a game like this that will make you believe that?
The biggest thing with these FCS games, in my opinion, is that you can't really take a lot away from a blowout because a blowout's expected, but you can take a lot out of a game where maybe you struggle to put away an FCS team. I remember, I think it was Bobby Petrino's first year, Arkansas had a hard time beating, I believe it was Western Illinois or something like that, and that was kind of a sign of, hey, this team's probably not going to make a bowl game. Last year, Arkansas really kind of struggled to move the ball against Eastern Illinois in that first quarter, and then they that was with Cole Kelly starting. They finally put Ty Story in. He started moving the ball. That was kind of a sign of, hey, they're going to have some issues at quarterback this year, especially if they keep rotating back and forth. So really the thing you want to see is Arkansas do what they're supposed to do, which is win by 4 or 5 touchdowns and to move the ball easily. They didn't run the ball well last year. I think I was looking at stats the other day. I'm pretty sure they only ran for like 80 yards or something against Eastern Illinois. they need to do more than that against Portland State. They need to establish the run game, get that going, and they need Ben Hicks to kind of find a groove, get the ball in the end zone that first quarter, and really put them away early and not have any type of concerning things happen on either side of the ball. I mean, Eastern Illinois scored 20 points against Arkansas's defense last year. That's not great. I would like to see Arkansas score probably about the same amount of points as they did last year. I think they had 55, maybe a little bit more. I think my prediction was like 56-10 or something. But definitely hold them less to less than 20 points and just look a lot better from the start. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't know if any of that will tell me that, maybe Arkansas is going to make a bowl game this year, but it'll tell me, they're not going to be 2-10 again. That's really kind of the way I look at these FCS games, especially early in the season.
All right, let's get you out of here on this. What did you make of John Chavis's comments when he was asked earlier on Monday about have you tackled enough in practice, and what do you expect of Arkansas's tackling early in the year, Saturday and then in a week at Ole Miss, when college football has moved into a phase where, quite honestly, you don't hit a lot in practice, you don't tackle to the ground in practice. Will this be a team, Andrew, ready to tackle to the ground and be effective there on defense when it's live on Saturday?
I think it's always a concern. I mean, I remember my high school coaches talking about this, that, we don't really hit a ton during, fall camp or anything like that, preseason practices. So it's always a concern early in the season, and usually that's why you play these non-conference games. So I think it helps that Arkansas is going to play Portland State. That's a team that you can maybe survive, a little bit of poor tackling, but you get that under your belt and you get Ole Miss the next week. You're not like Florida or Miami playing each other in week 0 with no real warm-up to go off of. So I think it'll help having that warm-up game, and then Ole Miss is a team where that's probably going to be a shootout. Just knowing both teams, neither team is great on defense. Both teams are known for having good offenses, even though both teams are breaking in new quarterbacks and young players. But then you get another couple of lesser opponents in Colorado State and San Jose State. I know Colorado State beat Arkansas last year, but it's still not a SEC type team. So I think it does help the way the schedule sets up that the tackling will work itself out. And I think after a couple of games that it'll be fine or as good as it's going to be during the season.
Andrew, as always, man, appreciate you hopping on with us this morning. I know you're going to enjoy the football season starting up as much as we are. Have fun this weekend, man, and I'm sure we'll be catching up with you later down the road, all right?
Yeah, appreciate you having me on, guys.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Andrew Hutchinson of hogbeat.com joining us via the Cherokee Casino hotline. You want to get in on the conversation, call or text it, 877-377-6963. We have to take a commercial break, but before we do, Tommy's going to tell you about Gaston.
Hey, Labor Day weekend coming up, kind of the signal to the start of fall, just being around the corner as we kind of wind down summer. Going to have some great weekend weather coming up. Cooler than you'd expect kind of conditions this weekend. Hey, head to Gaston's, head to the White River, enjoy some of the championship world-class trout fishing you're going to find on the White River. The guides at Gaston can put you right on those trophy fish that you expect when you go to the White River. Fishing's always great because the water conditions are more or less the same year-round because the bottom-fed dam that flows into the White River from the Bull Shoals Dam keeps those cool temperatures in the 40s for the water temperature year-round. And you're going to enjoy just some great trout habitat that you can really enjoy. And if you're new to trout fishing, you like, you're familiar with the lake game, you go to Lake Ouachita, Beaver Lake, or any of our great lakes around the state, it's different. But I'm telling you, it is a lot of fun. Book one of their experienced guides that's been on the river for 30 years. They can tell you all about it, and they take care of everything. If you're taking the kids or you're taking the wife or the family, they are excellent in those situations to teach and train someone how to really enjoy and get the most out of a day. 870-431-5202. Do something different. Go to Gaston's for a great weekend getaway. 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy Money Talks Knox.
Brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment.
Store-wide, they have all your favorite brands on sale, like Drake and Columbia and Under Armour and Carhartt, Ariat, Southern Marsh, and so many more. And, hey, go in and score big this weekend, including savings in the firearms department. Catch a Walther P365 for only $479 and a Kimber Micro 9 for $35 off. So mark your calendars and make your plans to be there this weekend. And it's a tailgate you don't want to miss. starting Friday, August 31st, or pardon me, Saturday, August 31st, all the way through Labor Day, September 2nd, and it's only at the Ozarks. That's Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown.
So for your Hog update, Arkansas and Missouri will be facing off in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium in 2020. If you're planning on going to that game, be sure to dress warm. It's going to be a little cold in late November in Kansas City.
You already know the forecast, huh?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't even have to look at it or think about it. You know what it's going to be. It's going to be a little on the chillier side. So
let's get some of the hot barbecue sauce for
there you go. There you go.
Put on them ribs.
Pack that in. Also, Trey Knox is back with the team. At least yesterday he was with shorts and T-shirt, but he's expected to be at full practice today. And they're expecting him to be back for game one to at least be participating in it.
Yeah, I saw some of the other videos. We got them up at hitthatline.com. C.J. O'Grady, Cheyenne O'Grady was out, and he was in a green protective jersey but had pads on him, was going through drills. So hopefully these guys, whatever's been holding them back, and we know some of them with some of the injuries that have been talked about with O'Grady and Capps and a few others. We don't know as much about Knox. Hopefully whatever it is with all of them is behind them for Saturday.
Yeah, that's what you're definitely hoping for, because you want to see how well this team is going.
Knox is the one we're probably most worried about because we just don't know anything.
Yeah. It was a weird situation
not
with
his
his
illnesses.
illnesses.
Yeah, it was an illness, not an injury.
Yeah, so hopefully he's made a full recovery there. And also I thought this was fascinating. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but yesterday it was big on Barstool Sports about Eric Musselman, Razorback basketball coach, that he's doing this recruiting tactic where when kids come to visit, they recreate iconic moments via picture or video form of great moments in the NBA. For instance, when Allen Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue, remember that moment where he crossed him up? Recruits can recreate that picture for themselves. I think it's pretty interesting and pretty fun. So we'll see if it actually pays
wonder where
out.
he got that idea at.
I don't know. I have no idea. But, hey, if I was a kid that I could recreate that, I think that'd be pretty fun.
We were told he was driving around campus in a golf cart, carrying kids to class and handing out T-shirts first day of school.
Yeah, where was that when I was there?
Just trying to, indoctrinate himself to campus. So
hey, he's been doing all the right things so far. See what happens when the actual season gets going. But I know a lot of people are pumped up for Razorback basketball. What's your Beef Wednesday? Coming up next. Stay with us, folks. More of the Morning Rush in 2.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fenceman and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Inc.
On this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas, John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning. It is a Wednesday, folks, which means What's Your Beef Wednesday. So if you want to get in on the conversation, if you want to air your grievances, if you will, be sure to call or to text into the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963, and we'll be sure we take care of that here in about 20, 25 minutes. We'll read out all those and give our reactions to your beefs, because sometimes it can really justify me and Tommy's lives when, hey, it could be a lot worse, right?
Yeah.
And isn't that what it's all about? That's how we have our reaction to that.
Yep.
So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
What is wrong with you?
I want to complain.
I'm complaining.
I want to complain about
Complaining.
I want to complain.
It really pisses me off today.
To simply listen to people whine and complain.
I'm angry. I'm spitting angry. I'm like a tornado of anger, swirling about. My heart rate is dangerously high right now.
I'm complaining because not enough people tickle, hug, or smile.
I'm so mad I could eat ball bearings and crap BBs.
It's time for What's Your Beef Wednesday.
All right, it is a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, they got the Power Star tractors that are the nonstop workhorses for your nonstop world. 6 different models at Williams Tractor to choose from, made by New Holland. 64 to 117 engine horsepower, 2 different cab options to choose from as well to get all of your projects done, whether it's around the farm, municipal task, or grounds jobs. They can handle it with these utility tractors from New Holland. Check them out. 6 different models of the Power Star family of tractors available at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers.
All right, I'll go ahead and kick it off with my beef. It has to deal with this whole story going on with Andrew Luck retiring from the NFL at the age of 29. This was a huge story, let's be honest. Anytime that you see a player, especially a high caliber quarterback like Andrew Luck, retire so early in his career, it's a huge story, no matter what. And, there were some people that were upset with how Adam Schefter kind of scooped the story and didn't do it in the way that, or in the timing that Andrew Luck and his camp wanted it to go. There were some people upset about it, which I don't, listen, Adam Schefter's got a job to do.
It's his job.
It's his job. He did his job, and that's what happens. I mean, you can't love it when he gives you the scoops early on some things, but then hate it when he does on the other things. Like, you just can't do it that way. But the beef that I have is with the people who were just absolutely upset, irate, and going crazy over the fan reaction to Andrew Luck there in Indianapolis, where they were booing after the announcement happened that he was retiring. It was a very awkward time because of the timing. He was still there at Colts Stadium, and they were booing him, or at least there was I won't say all fans, but there was definitely a good chunk of them that were upset. And here's my thing. I'm not justifying them booing. I'm not saying it's good that they booed or anything like that. But I want to defend the fan base just a little bit. Because if you look at it from first off being caught up in the moment and that moment and all the perspective that's going on. If you're a Colts fan, your team was the favorite to win the division. In fact, your team in the Colts had a really good chance as far as the odds go of playing for a Super Bowl. You hadn't been there in quite some time. You felt like it was all coming together. You were a bad team a few years ago, but it was all coming together. And then when you're getting all excited, maybe you've purchased all your season tickets, maybe you feel like maybe you're going on road trips, whatever it is, you've got it all planned in place that this is going to be the year and you're excited about it. And then in the middle of a game, with that excitement comes the announcement that your stud quarterback, your star quarterback, the quarterback that is literally going to be the key factor in leading you to that successful season, has announced his retirement. It's got to be upsetting for fans. Again, I'm not justifying them booing, but I get their frustrations and I get why they're upset. They had a lot of plans for that, and they didn't even take that away, folks. From the fans' perspective, you're also looking at it from, dude, could you have not have done this back in February? March? you not have done this? Well, we as fans and the administration and everybody here at the franchise could have prepared for this.
Could you not have done it before I paid for my season tickets?
Yes, exactly. Like there was a lot of factors that went into it. And I know that everybody in the national media hates the fans because the fans are always wrong.
Before I prepaid for the Hilton downtown,
yeah,
and got that extra $20 a night off because I prepaid and I can't get my money back for those home games that you're not going to play in.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And so I get the frustrations. Again, I'm not saying they should have booed him, and hopefully those fans weren't booing him because they hate Andrew Luck now. Because I don't blame
they're
Andrew
booing
Luck
because he's not going to play.
Yes, they're
booing because they like him so much, and they know he was the ticket to them being a contender.
Their season got ruined.
Right.
Their season's over. And it wasn't even anything that they could have seen coming. So and it's something that fans feel like could have been handled differently that would have at least lessened the blow. But you're telling me 2 weeks before the season starts, this is what they have? Of course they're going to be upset.
This is the the only thing I can kind of think of in Arkansas terms is the Bobby Petrino deal, where it's like the worst timing ever, and it's almost irreplaceable in the moment. Now, eventually, they'll find another quarterback. Arkansas found another coach, haven't replaced that one, but when you got one that's good and Hall of Fame type status, I guess Luck will. Is he a Hall of Famer? Not he's on the fringe.
Yeah, he's
in the
really good.
He's in the conversation at least. That's the only thing I can think of from our perspective is when the timing could not be worse and there's no immediate replacement in the moment. This is what, just you basically write the season off.
Yeah, you have to.
And for a franchise and knowing what the quarterback is, this may write off the next 2 or 3 years while you, quote-unquote, rebuild.
Yep.
Unless you just get, not to borrow the pun, but unless you just get lucky.
Yeah. But and last thing I'll say that when you brought up the Bobby Petrino thing, I thought of that too. But the thing I thought of is imagine if all this stuff happened, and then 2 weeks before the season started, Jeff Long says, "Okay, now I'm going to fire him."
Right?
You'd be like, "What?" Even if you agreed and the reasoning of him being fired, you'd be like, "What are you doing? Why? Why did you do this now?"
Or think of the motorcycle accident that happened in mid-August and not April 1.
Yeah, it would just be gut-wrenching.
It's the same kind of. Obviously not the same thing, but it's the
same
only
type of blow.
Only thing we can equate as it would be the same emotional reaction that we had then.
Yeah. So I get it, fans, and I know everyone hates the fans because they think fans are terrible, but the fans are the ones paying the money, and when your money's involved, sometimes you have the right to be upset.
When you don't have fans any longer, what do you have?
Nothing. You got nothing. You got an intramural team,
right?
Is what you got.
So
that's my beef.
Here's my beef, and I had a whole different one, but I'm changing it, calling an audible here. I don't know what's happened in the last day or two, and it's not been as bad today, but I don't know if they're not hearing what we're saying, not listening to what we're saying. We've been talking all summer long about we think this program can improve to 5 or 6 wins. And, John, we have been nailed on our Cherokee Casino text line. Had a couple of calls, not a lot of calls. They've come at us on Twitter that we're being too negative at 5 or 6 wins. This is what we've been saying all summer, and we haven't heard a word about it. And now all of a sudden we're talking about 5, maybe 6, and make a bowl, which is not a shift, not a change from our narrative at all.
No. It's not even
and this
negative.
Is what we genuinely believe in and agree with. And now all of a sudden, the sunshine pumpers, the ultimate optimists, are coming out of the woodwork at us that we're killing recruiting. We're being too negative. We're the bane of all of these things. And I guess I'm mad and upset because in what world, when you double, maybe triple your win total, is that not a positive thing, a step in the right direction? I'm beefing because I don't think people are hearing what we're saying. They're maybe listening, but they're not hearing because they're throwing our words back at us, and they're not our words.
I don't get it.
I don't think we're not being negative down here talking about 5 wins. That's the next step from a 2-win program.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why, and it's not all of you out there listening. It's some of you. I don't understand why you don't understand. I'm beefing with the fact that you don't get that 5 is improvement. 5 is positive. Is it where you want to be? Is it where I want to be? Is it where anybody wants to be? No. But you don't go from 2 wins to 10. You don't invert the record. There's not that he hadn't had the time to recruit that kind of talent to this roster. I just don't know if is this unrealistic expectations, or is it just you want to be lied to? Hey, it's all going to be great. They're going to win 8 or 9. When does anyone really believe they're going to win 8 or 9 or 10? Are we getting to that time of the year where we're just going to talk our way into something that's not real?
Hope not.
They could win 7, but everything would have to go right. I mean, just sit down and look at at Arkansas's roster versus some of these other rosters. We've been talking, 14 freshmen on the 2 deep?
That's right.
Tell me how, in our experience, does that equal success in the Southeastern Conference?
Because I'm pretty sure none of them are 5 stars.
I mean,
so none.
I mean, that just history and analytics tell us that's not the recipe.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why all of this, I hate to use the word negativity, but all of this is being, I mean, it's not a woe is me, but why my beef is why people don't understand 5 isn't good. Why there are people out there that don't understand 5 is positive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not where we want to be, but 5 is the right direction. And in the last 36 hours, we've been hammered with a lot of comments about, being negative, talking about 5 wins.
Well, and how I look at it from this way too. If if your goal is to make $100,000 a year with your job, which hey, we all would, we'd all love that. But if you're making $30,000 now, but next year you're going to make $50,000, are you going to get mad and say this is outrageous? I hate this. This is stupid. This shouldn't be this isn't better. Yeah, it's better making from 30 to 50. But you're on your way to making 100. You're going through the process. You can't all just have it overnight.
Flip your analogy. You're running a business that's losing, because would you say Arkansas is losing money as far as win-loss record?
Well, yeah.
All right, so you're running a business that's losing $1 million a year. And let's just say 2-10 was $1 million loss last year. But you get to 5 wins and you cut the loss to $250,000 this year. It's almost like making $750,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not making money, but it's a step in the right direction. You're not back to break even, but you're a lot closer than you were when you were writing checks to cover payroll.
That's right.
You're just hoping to get to the point you're not having to cover payroll every Friday. They were covering payroll every Friday and sweating that they didn't shut their electric off last year. We think they can do a lot better than that this year. And I just don't understand why people think 5 is not improvement.
It's improvement to me. It's improvement to you, and it'll be improvement to Chad Morris.
I think most of you listening out there
they understand.
think the way we do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, there's some of your friends and neighbors that don't.
Yeah. And they're wrong because we're right, essentially.
Well, that's not so much. I just don't agree with their opinion. We're all entitled to our opinion. But I'm entitled to mine, too.
Yeah, that's right. So we got a few people calling and texting into the Cherokee Casino hotline to give their beefs. We will get to all of those here on the other side of the break, 877-377-6963 on the Cherokee Casino hotline. We are the Morning Rush, brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas.
Yeah, the Endless Pools Rock and Roll event ends this weekend on Labor Day. So you got through Monday to get free music and resistance bands with a purchase of an Endless Pool fitness system or Swimcross exercise system. It's free music and resistance bands. That's a $1,229 upgrade. You get it for free when you buy before Monday. But you got to hurry over and get your Endless Pool, a perfect way to improve your fitness, relieve pressure in your body, melt away the daily stress of life, and do it with an Endless Pool in your own backyard with easy installation during the Rock and Roll event from Burton Pools and Spas. Springdale and in Fort Smith. More details online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
It's time for your SEC update presented by Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
Yeah, the Ozark Summer Blowout is coming this weekend. Huge Labor Day savings store-wide. They have all your favorite brands on sale: Drake, Columbia, Under Armour, Carhartt, Ariat, Southern Marsh, and many more, plus big savings in the gun department as well. Catch their Walther P365 for only $479.99, or the Kimber Micro 9 is $35 off each. So you want to check all these out right now. Plus, they got big savings for fishing, archery, camping, accessories, and more. It's a touchdown of a deal. So mark your calendars and get there this weekend to the Ozarks. It's this Saturday, Sunday, and Labor Day Monday. Only at the Ozarks, Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale and Tawnytown.
So for your SEC update, I just thought this was a great little tidbit. Alabama tight end Amos Giles, which is a great name. Would you ever name your kid Amos?
No.
Wasn't that Amos and Andy? Isn't that something?
Famous Amos cookies, and there's some cookies named
Amos. Yeah. Amos, I don't know, but his name
Amos and Andy was an old
show.
Right? Old show.
Yeah. Well, that's all right because it's he's a walk-on that was given a scholarship at Alabama, but he's also been given a new nickname because apparently Amos was it was too much to call him by. He's now Trailer Park Jesus.
That's better.
Apparently that's better.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen a picture of him, he's got long hair, big old beard. Kind of goes along with it, and people apparently says that he's kind of got the Trailer Park vibe to him. So anyways, I just thought that was great because Amos wasn't good enough, so Trailer Park Jesus is going to have to do there. So let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. Rick is in Fort Smith. What's going on, Rick?
Hey, guys, I don't think that people are mad at what you guys say because, I mean, really what you guys saying is true. You can't build a program in 1 year. And, you know, it's unrealistic to think that they're going to win a whole lot. I think they are making good progress, but I think some of it's bleed over from other shows that are unbelievably negative. So I don't think you guys are negative at all. Really, I think you're realistic. I think there's some shows, though, however, and I'm not naming names, but they're so negative you can't already listen to it. Yeah. So anyway, that's my take.
All right. Well, appreciate the phone call, Rick.
And that's what we try to be, is honest and real.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing more honest than a 2-win year.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It'll humble you, and it'll make you put things in perspective.
Right.
Yeah. Because, listen, folks, and here's the thing. It's like, how I put it is, it's one thing to be negative. Like, for instance, Arkansas went 7-5 this year, which I think everyone would be like, man, that's a great year, all things considered.
You exceed expectations.
Yeah. Being negative would us be coming out and saying, like, oh, well, they went 7-5, but, yeah, they still suck here, and they still did that. That's being
Chad
negative.
Morris will never get them to 9 wins.
Yeah, that's being negative. When there's very evident and apparent positivity going on with the program, and you're still killing it.
Right.
Like, that's negativity.
Right.
We're
talking about
just being realistic.
More than doubling your win total is what we're projecting.
Yeah, that's all we're saying.
This year.
That's all we're
expecting.
Saying.
I guess would be the right word.
Yeah. So, I kind of hate saying like we're the most real ones here because I think that's
a
weird title. But
right. Everybody's given their.
Yeah.
Everybody should be giving their honest opinion. I think most that do what we do.
Yeah, that's right. And we're the best show there is,
other than Ty.
Yeah, we're the best show on the entire sports talk radio spectrum of Arkansas.
Right.
So it's fine.
Hey,
I'll give ourselves that
listen,
title.
If we don't believe that, no one else will.
That's right. That's right. Because I doubt anybody's ever going to give us credit for it otherwise if we don't do that. We have more beefs coming up and more of the Morning Rush coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us, folks. More of it happening next.
Your fence is more than a decoration. It's a reflection of its owner. Choosing a fence company should be done with integrity and quality in mind. The Fence Man has been providing fencing and security solutions.
help. And, folks, we're going to make some terrific deals. It's a great time to get that nicer, newer car and save some real money at Rath Auto Resources. The Meineke Car Care Center, they're wrapping it up with this buy 3, get 1 free on all tires, free AC checks, half off brakes. They've got some great things going on, too. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Centers. And then, of course, if you haven't been in to register already, come in and register for all these free prizes. We're going to be giving those away on Labor Day. You know, you could win a kayak, a mountain bike, a Yeti cooler, or even a grand prize trip to Big Cedar Lodge. So lots of fun things going on. It's a great time to save at Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Centers. We're at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, the corner of Don Tyson and 71B in Springdale. Or you can check us out online at rathauto.com.
All right, that's Rath Auto Resources, Fort Smith, and in Springdale. Larry, have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. And, folks, come and see us.
All right, there you have it. Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Mike is in Tulsa. What's going on, Mike?
Nothing much, man. I'm actually driving to the White River right now from Tulsa to do a little fishing before game day.
Yeah, jealous.
We'll see with all the high rain stuff. But, my biggest beef right now is, with fans getting impatient with the win totals. Like, I think y'all are absolutely correct. We go to 5 wins this year, that's like a 20-30% increase on your wins. That's like y'all were saying, that's like a really good pay raise if you're an employee at an office.
Mm-hmm.
But it's year 3 and 4 if you stop seeing improvement, because that's just what we had with the big guy Brett Bielema. And last but not least, Arkansas needs to be a Coca-Cola school. All right, go Hogs.
Appreciate the phone call, Mike. Yeah,
I think
everyone's
in agreement on that, Mike.
Yeah, I had to throw that in there at the last minute. But no, and here's the thing, because we've obviously
good luck on the White River, by the way.
Yeah, and we've been talking about
see our buddies at Gaston's.
The negativity that's been thrown around, or at least that people have been accused of, and it's just, again, if there are a lot of positive things going on and you're still being negative, that's one thing. But it's about realistic, because I think it was a point that I don't remember who texted in to the Cherokee Casino hotline. I guess it was Matt in Dallas. He texted in. He says, I'm sure Chad Morris would agree that the people are being more rational or waiting for the Hogs to earn the positivity and hype to win more games. Lots of fans are still burnt out from the shenanigans of the previous regime, and it's time to take time.
That's a great point. He said earn everything, including the hype.
Yeah.
That's what I bet you if Chad Morris was sitting here, that's what he'd say. We got to earn that respect, those expectations.
Yeah.
What you don't want is unrealistic expectations. If you're in the 6-win, maybe even the 7-win camp, I think that's on the fringe of reality. But if you think you're being negative at 5 or 6 wins, or even 4, I wouldn't even say you're being negative at 4 this year. Because Arkansas, according to Vegas, is not favored in any SEC game at this point. Now, there's a lot of football to play out. I think Vegas knows more than all of us. So that's just where it is right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how do you get out of that, or how do you change people's minds?
You recruit your way out of it. It's the first thing you got to do, and they've started that process.
Right.
Now, he talks about consistency a lot. John, can he be consistent? Right now, the next class doesn't have the ratings and the rankings you'd like, that there's still a lot of spots to fill. They've got to come from behind, though, in the next recruiting rankings.
Yeah, and to me, it doesn't matter as recruiting rankings or whatnot. If you're winning, it is all fine. Mm-hmm. It's all good, homie.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Hey, the 6th annual Tailgater Extravaganza is starting to wind down, getting you ready for this weekend and all of college football, high school season. If you want to watch TV on the go, they got the tailgaters, all the tripods, supplies, and the easy-to-use tailgater system that weighs 8 pounds and easy to use at World of Wireless. Call them at 877-305-DISH for all your TV watching, tailgating needs. It's World of Wireless, 877-305-DISH.
Going to get to all of the things you are beefing with on the other side of the break on the Morning Rush. Stay with us, folks.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush, folks. 3 days away from Razorback football starting up. The excitement is starting to build. Even the positivity, yes. None of the negative Nancy's here on the Morning Rush. Just all about the realistic takes when it comes to the Razorback football season. But, hey, since it's Wednesday, though, it's a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We've had a lot of people tweet in, Facebook in, also call or text the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963, giving their beefs today. And we can go ahead and hop into that right now.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
We the best.
This is the worst.
It's time for the best and worst of the weekend.
All right, What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you this hour by the Arkansas Balloon Fest and the 24th Annual Hot Air Balloon State Championships coming to Harrison, Arkansas next weekend, September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Go to arkansasballoonfest.com to get all of the details and the full schedule. The events get underway on Friday. They got a concert, some great food, and you don't want to miss everything. It's all the events get underway at 4 o'clock on Friday, September 6th. A full slate of events beginning at 7 a.m., including balloon rides, tethered balloon rides beginning at 7 a.m. on Saturday, and everything wraps up on Sunday morning. Again, full schedule of events and all the details about the 24th Annual Hot Air Balloon State Championships in Harrison, Arkansas at the Harrison Regional Airport, September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Find the details online at arkansasballoonfest.com.
All right, we have a bunch of people giving their beefs. I'll go ahead and kick it off via Twitter. This comes from Porter. It's a good one. Walking up to the cash register with your drink, and the sign says $5 minimum purchase.
Oh, with credit card or
yes.
debit card? Yeah, that's...
Why is that a thing?
Very, well, because there's like a 3 or 4% charge to use your credit card. But
some companies don't mind doing it? Is that what it is? I guess.
Some take care of their customers better than others. That's all I'll say.
Customer service coming in hot there. Yeah, so I can understand that part because that's then what I end up doing is I'm like, well, I guess I'll just go and buy 2 drinks.
And that's what they're trying to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They know what they're doing. It's almost like they're
because
in the
no one
business
carries
of making
cash
money.
anymore.
No.
And I'm going to tell you, and both of you boys will figure this out someday. When you get married and have kids, you better not carry cash or it just evaporates. It's like they sense you have a 20 in your wallet.
It's kind of like eating those French fries at a fast food restaurant. You get to the bottom of it, you're like, what happened? Where'd they go? Well, you ate them all.
But there's nothing better than finding that last one in the corner
of the bonus
of the bag.
fry, yep.
Yeah,
finding
boy.
that $20 bill in a coat you haven't worn in 6 months. There is not a better feeling than that. Let's see. Wesley tweets in, says that the fans that call in and complain about people being negative about our football team this year, they're the same people that get on Facebook and put, here comes the it's snowing outside statuses. No one likes that person. We sucked last year. Fact, we will suck until we don't. All right, put it very plainly there, Wesley. Jeremy says school traffic, especially the jackholes that are on their phones. Saw a lady yakking on her mobile just now while she was hold on. yakking on her mobile blow right through a crosswalk with a child traversing. Pay attention, people.
Agree with that. I will tell you, though, nothing's more frustrating. Nothing will make you test your sanity and your religion more than the pickup line at school. You go at 2:45 to pick your kids up at 3:05, and you talk about chaos. Now, that is chaos. The pickup line at school. That is hell on earth.
Yeah, just bus them. Just bus them. That's what the buses are for.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Convenience, right?
Yeah.
That's what the buses are all about. We'll see when I actually have kids.
Your kids won't ride the bus. How much you want to wager on that right now?
I'll give them a scooter to ride.
Yeah.
They can do that. Brian says, the fact that I'm awake. Okay. Well, I guess,
there you go.
I guess you wish you were
back
still
to sleep
asleep.
then.
That's right. Cole from the West Plains text into the Cherokee Casino hotline saying...
From the West Plains?
Well, it just says, from the West Plains.
He's probably talking about West Plains, Missouri.
All right, well, from the West Plains. He says people who drive 10 miles an hour on dirt roads like it's going to tear up their 1981 Datsun pickup truck.
It's vintage.
I'm trying to remember. I actually knew somebody that drove a Datsun pickup truck.
My dad had a Datsun 280Z.
Now, that became Nissan, right? Is
Correct.
that what it was? Okay.
It was the worst looking, like dog poop brown color. It was a terrible. He had bought it for me and then realized how fast it would go, and he drove it himself. This car's too fast for you.
Sounds like something my dad would do.
Yeah. That thing would fly.
Yeah, a little too much car for you, son.
Yeah. Ugliest car, but that did get up and go.
It always does make me think with those old cars that you'll see. What were people thinking with some of the colors that they made on those? Like this puke
First
yellow?
time I
Like,
saw
what
it, I
is
thought it was rusted. Like, well, that car is evenly rusted out.
Yeah.
No, that's the paint color. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like somebody saw this car and said, "Yeah, that looks pretty good."
Yeah. Someone somewhere thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, I can drop a few tens of thousands of dollars on this vehicle, no problem. No problem. So, all right.
Oh, that's custom. That's custom?
Yeah, well, you can keep the custom then. This comes on Facebook. Matt says he's beefing with the fact that it's not Saturday at 3 p.m.
Oh, I get you.
with you on that one.
Yeah.
Trenton says that it's not Friday. Hey, it's okay. You're just 2 days away from it. Let's see. Mike says left alone drivers acting entitled. What does that mean?
Left alone driver. Wait.
Left alone drivers.
I bet he means left lane. I bet these are some voice text deals.
Yeah, which is good. Voice text all the time,
Yeah.
as long as you don't text and drive.
I bet he means left lane drivers.
Okay, here's comes from Jeremy. He says that there's so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G. Do you know what song that is, Tommy?
No, I'm not even going to venture a guess, but I know what you're talking about.
Pretty sure that's Gin and Juice, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, that was a good one, Jeremy. Made me laugh on that one. Justin says, I am mad that we have fans that would rather see the Razorbacks lose games so they can prove a point rather than just cheer for them. I'm ready for talking season to be over.
I don't think there's many like that.
There's not, and if the ones, but I think there are some. There are a few people out there that would rather be right.
I mean, this isn't a coach you're wanting to get. I mean, there's not like a bunch of fans out there ready to get rid of Chad Morris.
No, but some people just want to be right.
I mean, there's only two reasons you want to lose, and it's in pro sports to be higher in the draft, or at any time to get rid of your coach. And we're not in. We don't have a draft in college football. Losing doesn't help recruiting, and no one's ready to get rid of the coach here. So I don't know how many fans that.
Yeah, it's not many.
Would fit.
It's not many. Rob says, why can't Carlos Martinez go 3 up, 3 down in the 9th inning? Blows my mind. You agree with that, Tommy?
Sure.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Sorry, Rob. Wish I knew more what you were talking about. Although I do know who Carlos Martinez is, at least that.
That baseball?
Yes. No, it's a big softball player.
I
yeah.
got you.
Casey says horse flies.
Boy, they're bad. And you ever get stung by one of them?
I have not, luckily.
Well, they'll scare the you-know-what out of you when one comes after you.
Yeah.
Because you think it's like a wasp or some, but it looks like a flying saucer or something.
Yeah.
Things are huge.
Have you been stung by one?
Yes, and it does not feel good.
Is it worse than a wasp sting?
Any sting's bad,
well,
right?
I understand, yeah, but some are worse than others. A mosquito sting's not as bad as a wasp.
Well, it's mosquito bite, first of all.
Whatever. It's still stinging you.
Yeah.
So which one's worse?
I don't know.
All right.
They're both bad. They're both bad.
They're both
Avoid
bad.
them all.
Yeah.
Probably the wasp. It seems to last longer. The horsefly sting, while while painful goes away quicker.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense to me. All right. Lawrence says, I'm mad that I have to wake up 3 more times before it's game day.
All right.
Seems that's where most people are at.
I don't know if you've gotten the one yet. I'll just spoil it for you. There's one in there about, I don't remember who it's from, about we should play this game on Thursday. Got the season started a couple days early. I totally agree with that. What was it, 2 years ago they started on a Thursday in Little Rock? Beat them as last year?
Yes. Yes.
And I liked that. They were playing an opponent of a similar nature, and I liked it because we got all of Labor Day weekend to enjoy. B, you got to enjoy all of the other college football games that weekend. And I thought it was just a great way to start the year. So I would have been all in on this being a Thursday night game, like an 8 o'clock game, which is a great idea if you're scheduling this thing months ago. I mean, I know the weather's looking nice, like low 80s, cloudy for Saturday, but a Thursday 8 o'clock game generally would get you out of the heat when you're thinking this thing through.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd have a good crowd for that.
Yeah. No, I would
maybe
be
a better
too.
crowd than what they're anticipating for Saturday.
I am all for Thursday night games to open the season against nobody opponents. I am all for that. Josh and Fort Smith text in saying turnover change. It's like watching kids get stickers for pottying.
Everybody's trying to one-up everybody on this. I figured out what Arkansas, they got this
Got
trophy
that
or whatever.
wood.
I know what Arkansas needs to do. This isn't mine. I saw it. Someone texted this in about a week ago. They need a slop bucket.
A slop bucket?
Because that's what hogs, that's what you feed the hogs with, is a slop bucket. You're feeding the hogs, right?
Yeah.
They need a slop bucket.
Well, how would you distinguish it from being a regular bucket?
Well, you would decorate it accordingly,
And so they just carry around.
They'd have the bucket, yeah.
Is this
not the worst idea.
Is this sarcasm?
No, it fits with everything hog and Razorback.
Well, and then you could and of course the student section
No,
on
a
the other
turnover
side.
chain, the belt, all that stuff. That's
just bring the bat.
That's nonsense.
Just have the wood.
But a slop bucket's what goes with hogs.
But do you think that would relate to recruits? Do you think recruits would be, man, I want
when
to
you
play for
win
that football team?
and you make a big deal out of it? And the most important thing about one of these things is it gets on TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if it's a slop bucket, a chain, a belt, a
garbage can,
a garden hose. Doesn't matter. Does it get me on TV? That's all they really care about.
Yeah, and I'd be all for it if it's unique too.
But it would no one else. That's my point. Is no one else is going to do that because it's unique to your mascot, which is the most unique mascot in all of college sports.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm all for branding, and I'm all for
it fits into the brand.
I'm all for keeping that. And this is why I think
so. When it happens someday, we'll take credit here from the show.
That's right. That's why it's like I love, for instance, like the trough and how that they call that the student section. It fits.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You got all the That's why you use the slop bucket.
I feel what you're putting down, Tommy. I get you.
Yeah.
Is that your,
that's my contribution.
There's your contribution to it all. Hey, by the way, John in Nashville says horseflies bite too, Tommy. So up yours.
Look, whatever.
Yeah. Apparently, those are the other people. I could say we're beefing with those people too that always think we're, when they correct us on the smallest of things.
That's fine.
Listen, we know we're wrong most of the time. You try talking for 3 hours and not getting anything.
We deal in a high volume of words around
That's
here.
right. That's right. And words can be difficult. Talking can be a tough thing to do. So, and that's all we're saying. But anyways, appreciate everybody participating in What's Your Beef today. We'll do it again next week. Hopefully it has nothing to do with the Portland State game and people beefing with that. But I'm sure it will. But we'll have all that. We'll have plenty of college football to talk about as well. And then since we're just 3 days away, we're going to have a fun little segment dealing with the 3. We did the 5. Should have done the 4, but now we're going to do the 3. It's 3 days away. We'll do that on the other side of the break in the final segment of the Morning Rush. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts. Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
The Morning Rush.
Final segment here on the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody that's been listening into the show. We have a late entry. Robert in Cedarville asked if he's too late to get his beef in. Of course not. He says, am I too late? To heck with worrying about quarterback or wins this year. My beef is not knowing if there will be experienced beer tap employees at the game. We don't need foam. That's a great one, Robert.
Yeah.
That's a solid one.
Here, here.
Do you think they're doing training for that?
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's I guess it's going to be in tap, and it's also going to have cans. Is that what's going on?
Well, I saw a deal yesterday where Core Brewing was going to be an official partner too. So
yeah, I think it's just going to be on tap. So yeah, you got to get some. You can't have some jokers out there just willy-nilly pouring your beer. You got to make sure that's done right. So that's a good point, Robert. Guess we'll find out. Hey, if you go to Fayetteville and you go to the game, give us a full report on Monday and see, or Tuesday, I should say. And let us know how the beer drinking was and if they had some professionals back there. That's for sure. All right, so we're just 3 days away from the Razorback football season starting up. And I wanted to, of course, have some fun with the threes here as we are 3 days away. So this is a pretty interesting question that probably could have a lot of opinion on. But if you, okay, first off, this year we know what is happening on the roster. We know who the quarterback's going to be, at least in game one. We know that all the improvements, we all know that stuff, so we don't need to revisit it. But if you could have three former Razorback football players added to this team to get them to 10 wins, who would it be?
Ooh, to 10 wins.
10 wins. Has to be 10 wins. Can't just be better. 10 wins.
Well, so you got to look at where you think the biggest weaknesses are on the roster. And I know that the quick, knee-jerk reflex, and it's correct, reaction is going to be, say, Darren McFadden, automatically. But that's not the weakness on this team. So is that the place you would want to go put him in? And listen, Darren McFadden's better than Rakeem Boyd and Whaley and the rest of the running backs. So no argument there. But would a Sean Andrews being on your offensive line, someone like that, make your team closer to 10 wins more so than a McFadden in the backfield? Would a Steve Atwater or a Kenoy Kennedy at safety, where there's still some questions about your secondary, make a better level of improvement? I know the easy answer is to say McFadden. But I'm not sure that's necessarily the right answer. We don't know enough about Ben Hicks or Starkel yet to say that, hey, Ryan Mallett or Matt Jones or Tyler Wilson couldn't take your team there. So I think you got to look at those positions right now. You got to look at offensive line. I still think the secondary could be a place where you could gain some experience. But I know it's easy. The easy answer is McFadden. So I'm going to go Sean Andrews on the offensive line. I'm going to go Steve Atwater in the secondary. And because of the style of offense that they're trying to run, I'm going to go Matt Jones at quarterback because he had the wheels.
Yeah. Well, you kind of took my quarterback there. I was going to say Matt Jones as well because I think for obvious reasons, if you have a quarterback that's not only has a decent arm but can run a 4.3 and can just work people with his speed, that works in this hurry-up, no-huddle offense.
Correct.
From what I hear. So I think that's the obvious one. But I'm going to go a different route. I like the Sean Andrews pick. The only thing about the Sean Andrews pick, though, is could he be an athlete? Which he is an athlete, and I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying, would he be the best option for an offense like this that has to run? Which is why I would go with Jason Peters. Now, I know he's a tight end at Arkansas.
He's a tackle in the league.
But he's a tackle in the league, so just shift him over there.
Okay.
Just make him an offensive line. You can't go wrong with either of those.
One.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you can't go wrong with either
fine.
ones. And on my final one, though, I'm going to go with a guy on the defensive side of the ball that was able to disrupt so much that it made the rest of the defense around him better, and that's Trey Flowers. I think having a premier, all-SEC, all-American caliber defensive end like Trey Flowers makes the entire defense look better.
Even though you got 4 seniors up front this year.
Even though you have 4 seniors. And just because, again, like I'm not taking anything away from Spate or from Philon. You know, that was a really good defense back then. But there was no doubt that without Trey Flowers constantly going up, having to be triple teamed in some games and him still making plays, if it wasn't for him doing that defense that year, they would have been okay, but they wouldn't have been to the level that they're at. And I just think having someone who's guaranteed to give you that game in and game out, no matter what, I think that could be so disruptive and so beneficial.
So you wouldn't go Dan Hampton?
I would not go Dan Hampton. I'd go Trey Flowers. Dan Hampton, was he a tackle or an end? He was a tackle. I thought he was the inside, right? Okay.
So, I mean, just NFL Hall of Famer.
But listen, you can't have a wrong answer
Super Bowl
to this,
champion.
folks. Yeah, you can't have a wrong answer for this, folks, because if you have a player that's one of these great players, even if you put Darren McFadden on, I agree, and that's why neither of us chose McFadden.
Right. That's the easy answer, but I don't think it's the right answer, even though he's the greatest Razorback of all time.
Yeah. And we even said that as far as quarterback goes, arguably the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Matt Jones is never considered one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and we both picked him.
But
greatest athlete.
Because he fits this system.
I guess my runner-up would be, though, a Joe Adams. And the reason I say Joe Adams is because he's so – you can use it for so many different reasons. He would be – you could throw it, pitch it to him in the running back. You could wide receiver, punt return, kick return, whatever. He could make plays no matter where he was at. So I'd have to go with that.
What about if you had to go another quarterback besides Jones, who would be your second quarterback on that list? Considering system.
Considering the system. Ooh, that's a good one. I guess Quinn Grovey?
That's exactly the answer I was going to give.
I mean, it'd have to be. He would be a good one. No Mitch Mustang? He was
considering the system, I'll go with Quinn Grovey.
Yeah. No, that's a good one, too. I think that Arkansas would take any of the players from those great times in Razorback football history, but they can't They got to play with the cards that they're dealt. We'll see how it plays out. Appreciate everybody listening into the Morning Rush today. For Tommy Kraft and Ty Richardson, I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel. Tomorrow morning, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you then.